Oh no. That was a pre-recorded message to just test if you guys were paying attention. You guys were paying attention. Hello, how are you guys doing? Lucas, first chatter of the day, Lockholer number 2. What's going on? I've already done this once, but I have the energy to do it twice. Welcome to my stream, Polish Fish. Good morning. Jay Jonko, what's poppin'? Welcome back, everybody. Polish Fish. Let me know I'm muted. Thank you for that. X-Money on a streak. Fish on a streak. Spooky's here. Happy Thanksgiving to you, mister. You, doing any turkey stuff today, mister? You hanging out with, like, the partner, or what's going on? Making a little stuffing? Mega muted? Yeah, I know. What a way to start, right? I want some stuffing, too. No, I didn't know I was even muted. You know, I've been streaming for long enough to where I should probably develop a solution to that, but I just can't be arsed. Manny, good morning. Going to your sister's? There you go. I was gonna say, that's even better. Shad, Mike, over on YouTube, how you guys doing? Sorry I was muted. You're from Canada? Thanksgiving was like a month ago? Yeah, no doubt. The US Thanksgiving. Mobile scan inhibitor for ninja mining and options. So the problem with mobile scan inhibitors is that they're kind of a one-shot item and they're, expendable. And what happens is usually when you see one, you're like, well, somebody's here. And you just do a combat scan and find them anyway. So, you know, usually the only time I've ever seen them were people trying to hide dreads. But I think they're just not designed very cleverly. That's why people wouldn't use them. But who knows? Maybe you'll be the one to figure it out. You got turkey plans? No, not me. Probably next time my girlfriend visits, we'll make some pies for the holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas kind of amalgamation, right? Morning, Mr. Hyvet. Yeah, you guys like the vest? Yeah. Reflection vest? Yeah, no doubt. I'm just trying to be safe. If you can't tell right now, I am currently operating 5 pieces of heavy machinery here out in space. And I feel very strongly as though you should just be as safe as possible. So for example, if some other people came here and I wasn't wearing this, they might run into me and grievously injure me and make the company liable. Where's your hard hat? I don't have a hard hat. I gotta go get my welding mask. Oh no, it's not gonna work. What's up, Scotty? How you doing? AK Killa, what's poppin'? How you doing? You well? Yeah, so this was really kind of the last question that I had for the ship was, can it do Jedi mind tricks in the tightest of situations? And the answer is yes, right? The math is there. This will be talked about in a Nomad Tale. But, what's funny is this is a really cool time to explain to you how you're able to actually go kind of slow when you spin and Jedi Mind Trick, and it doesn't matter because the rats, these rats move at 2.9k. They can't catch me. The antenna protects the head, no need for a hard hat, hard antenna. I got the oddish. Still not finished with the Nomad's Tale, and here you are live years later. You know, I'm playing those characters right now. Just doing some, simple stuff. I saved the fun stuff for the videos. Welcome to the stream, Pels. I'm actually, fixing to, edit down and button up episode 16 by the end of the year, so... Pack, over on YouTube says, how are you enjoying the new ships in mining update? Yeah, so... the big thing for me is this Outrider ship. The Outrider. The Outrider. This ship right here. This is a pretty large boon to me. By the way, guys, there's a non-0% chance... because I haven't done the math yet, that this thing just explodes randomly, so just, you've been warned. I'm pumped for Nomad Tail. Yeah, he's got 5 probes on me now. The most effective way to use D-scan is to make the columns so skinny that you can't even tell if it's a core or a combat without right-clicking on it. That is efficiency. As far as other mining changes, packs, so I don't really do like ore or ice, but for ore and ice, I think there's been some pretty interesting kind of twists to the game with crits and kind of interpolated ship choices. You were watching Ant 5 the other day? You didn't really just realize Gerald was in it? Yeah, that's how I met him. There's a bunch of people littered throughout the community that are like paid actors. I met them in the series. Yesterday you run a gate camp and lost your Raven? Dude, that sounds fun as hell. Was it just your Raven camping? I just want to believe that it was just his Raven camping a gate. That's what I want to believe in my head. You know, I really don't know what this says about me and my community, but like, I was hoping someone was gonna be like, dude, why are you wearing a safety vest? So I could be like, why are you not wearing a safety vest? But like, nobody questioned it. Everybody's just like, oh, he's wearing a vest, nice. You know, oh, that's normal. Nobody was like, nobody even called it out. Not a soul. It's shocking, actually. You guys are too accepting. I guess I've conditioned the chat to not roast me too hard because I'm fragile. That's why. Wish there was a way to have the windows on a different screen without stretching it out and having it all off-centered. What do you mean? Scotty? You're talking about, like, moving the windows? What? McDonald's makes people wear them to go outside, so I'm used to seeing them, but I don't have to, thank God. Oh, shit. Safety vest for gas oven? Is this the TOS? I don't mind the OSHA approved style. Sammy, what's up? I thought it was part of the uniform while mining an Eve. I guess I don't know exactly what you mean even after this. You're talking about, like, do you have, like, your thing in... Do you have your main thing spread across 2 windows, or... D-scan and probe and stuff? Yeah, I don't know. I'm dumb. I'm dumb, Scotty. Draw me a picture. Then they say thanks for the ask. What do you think this person's gonna do with all these probes? Oh, there's a Stratios. There's a Stratios out right now. Oh my god. Alright, so listen, chat. If the Stratios lands and dies to these rats trying to kill me, I'm not saying he will. He's probably not gonna. He's not a dummy, right? But if that happens, I will squeal like a pig. That's my promise to you. I might also fart a little. Oh, it's stretching it over too much. I have no experience with that. Got you. I couldn't even imagine doing that. Right. This is probably what like people do when they're interested in doing like a more elaborate stream setup. The Stratios is back, Eos. Eve is under PA, right? PA develops BDO. BDO has a UI element feature. What's up, Oscar? Where you can detach UI elements from the game and move it to another window. Whenever CCP could literally steal that tech before being sold. Lol. Well, that would be cool. Dr. Quadruple says lower stream is cool. I feel like Eve content creators have leveled up last little while. Yeah. I mean, Laura runs a pretty tight ship over there, for real. I watched a bit of that back. The start of it. It's pretty cool. Laura does a big show over there. So, once in a while while we were streaming, I looked at the view count. I was like, God damn, bro, what are we doing here? It was fun. I enjoyed it. I'll be looking to do that with more people, just because it kind of breaks up the whole just sitting there by yourself kind of vibe. I also like wouldn't mind talking to chatters and stuff on comms occasionally, but I'm not really sure how I'd facilitate it. Greetings, Astavon. You lurk a lot, but I've had one too many energy drinks today, so rare instance of me typing. I'm usually doing coffee, but I've run out of beans. I'm gonna go get some beans later. Normally I'll do a coffee stream and do a little grind. You know, you lurk. Today I have some canned beverages. Chloric and Serpent Power Roam would be fun too. Dude, I can't PvP. I'll salvage. He can kill people, I'll salvage. I'm the real deal. I wonder what those dudes in Thera thought of the Odysseus is just like ramming them. What do you guys think they're thinking? Ooh, piece of candy, you know, something like that, or nah? Bro, I want the Stratios to make a fucking play, but they got a good laugh after. You think they realized it was us, or nah? You think they knew who we were? I choose to believe that, like, they have never heard of lore or anything like that, and they just, like, thought we were random people just testing the Odysseus. Bro, the fact that my Zugma didn't drop is fucking pristine. What a scumbag kill mail. That shit makes me irrationally happy. Scotty says they definitely knew. I mean, you're biased. You know both of us as a content creator you like. Mad people don't even know who Laura is. Even more don't know who the hell I am. You better believe that. But it's possible, it's possible. I always like to pretend they don't, just in case they do. Don't want to fuel that ego, right? I create 3 more alphas and let, what you talking about, Jay? Hold on, Jay's telling me a story here. He says he ran a gate camp yesterday and lost his Raven. I switched to my alpha account and they kill me again, but then they give me money because alpha new bro. Big brain. So then you create 3 more alphas and let me kill them, and then you can buy the Raven again because nice people say don't fly what you can afford and then gave me money, lol, haha. Dude, number 1, good story. Number 2, good on those people. Pump Die, what's up, man? Newish to the game? You're having a hard time finding your place in newbie. Didn't you and your chat have anything to say? How long have you been playing the game? Yeah, finding your place in this game is definitely, whoa, not the most intuitive thing, right? You kind of gotta, right, try a bunch of different stuff, which can be painful or time-consuming. I mean, the only insight I can offer you, from my perspective, is that, like, it's normal to struggle to find who you are in EVE, just like real life, right? But you're happy to, I'm happy to answer questions or banter about anything that's interesting to you. Bush Kitty says, this one is brave, that's stupid, freak heel. Nailed it. What's up, Gravy? What's up, Bush Kitty? Can't imagine being on YouTube and not knowing who either of y'all are, but who knows? Possibly. I only have like 20 videos on YouTube. Laura puts out 20 a week, dude. I can't keep up. Kalezer, what's up? Started playing in 2008. Techno Trolls here. Happy to hear you're gonna put out Nomads episode 16. Yeah, no doubt. I will. You know, it's kind of nerve-wracking to do it because it's the first episode I'm making on Linux, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into learning how to use these tools with redundancy and everything, but it's the same suite, it's just some differences, so. But I feel like I can put out an even better product now because I've learned some more stuff about it. They're giving me a haircut look. We doing dangerous stuff today? Well, it depends on what you define as dangerous. Somebody is scanning me down right now and or into Stratios. I started playing a week ago. I'm already obsessed with this game. Obsessed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is that a good thing in your mind, or is that are you complaining, or are you cheering? I can't tell. Oh, my vest is velcroing. Pump says been playing for 2 months. Currently no psych. Wasn't as awesome possum as I thought it would be. I'm a fan of Nomad series, but I might be in over my head doing 5 to 8 characters and living in a trailer. Yeah, so you can do whatever you want, my friend. Whatever you want. You could join a wormhole group. Could be fun if you don't think you want to do a solo stint. Solo is definitely tough. I have it easy. But doing it from scratch with no experience is tough for sure. We doing dangerous stuff today, or we're just worried about states regulations? I mean, it depends. You know? Is there an inspector afoot or no? Because if not, the answer is resoundingly no. If the answer is yes, then the answer is unequivocally yes. Quality over quantity? Well, that's the... Oh, you're talking about the joke I made about the number? Yeah, no doubt. They're talking about Nomad's Hill. I wish a compliant chloroquine stream. No, I don't have a hard hat on. Rizzo's probably in her walls watching. She's like... Please, no. I'm scared now. That's some creepy pasta right there. I love it. The hard hat would interfere with your signal? True. It's true. You know, I'm gonna be fair. You know, there are a lot of signatures in here. There are. There's a lot. It's gonna take this person a while to scan this down, but at the same time, it's like, bruh, you're taking a long time to scan. Do you want to fight or make money? I think the perennial struggle is being able to do both. One to afford the other, chicken and the egg kind of shit. You share any of your fits anywhere? I think the only fit I've ever posted was an Astero fit one time. But I always talk about it if people ask. I like to remind people I'm bad at fitting, but I, you know, generally get the job done. If you're asking about this specific Outrider fit, you know, you can see most of it on screen, I'd say. I'll be talking about some of this stuff in the video I'm making right now. Rizzo is in every hole walls. It's safe to assume he's watching. She, right? Did I miss something? Is that a high vis vest chloroquine construction company? There we go. See? Gravy, are you not wearing your vest? Are you not wearing your vest? Because you can get written up for that. Not yet, let me suit up. Alright, yeah, put one on real quick. Otherwise you're not allowed to watch today. I don't need a hard hat. I've had a couple titanium plates inserted in my head. Write me up. Ooh, shit. I kind of want to like just chit chat and local with the Stratios. I feel like flying a Stratios right now of all times is pretty nuts given the price of those modules. What does a Stratios cost? Let me look. Stratios, excuse me. Got a Stratios. Stratios. How do Brits say it? Stratios. Stratios. Toyota Prius. Stratios is only 277? Oh, okay. Why did I think it would be more? Stratios. What's up, SBT? How you doing? How's life, mister? I'm just praying that this person... This is gonna sound terrible. Alright? And I just want future Twitch moderators to know, like admins to know, that like there's context to this. So listen to the full sentence. I kind of want this Stratios pilot to fly here and kill himself. So I can loot him. Because these rats will one-shot him. Quadruple said ready to clip. Damn it. What's up, Big Papa? How you doing? I want him to kill his Stratios, is what I meant to say. Obviously, in real life, I hope he does well and flourishes. If you guys say in Minecraft, fuck. Tired at work, was watching a Nomad's Tale and noticed you were live. Alright, see that? Well, how about that? You get old baby Chloro versus new Unk Chloro. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you too. If anybody here is a United States person, maybe a member of a Commonwealth, maybe, you know, happy eating turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes day. Snook, what's up? Snook? Snook? Snook me. Oh shit, these dudes are cooked. Alright, well that's the magic moment. They knew you were the guy the whole time. Dude, this is like a fucking sitcom episode. That's actually awesome, dude. He like switched characters and like put on a mustache and like fucking got in a trench coat to try to scam a guy, and the dude knew the whole time. Just no notes, dude. Absolutely perfect. Hope you Americans have a good Thanksgiving. Thanks, dude. Not really into turkey myself. So this isn't really a monumentous day for me, I'd say. But I like pie. Maybe I'll make a pie in a couple weeks or something, closer to Christmas. The Mass of Christ. Did anybody catch the stream I had with Laura yesterday? That was pretty fun, I gotta say.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
I think it was better than people expected from my community. People were like, eh. I think it was good. Oh, I think it was quite proper, that right there. Green bean casserole is my favorite, says Big Papa. Alright. I'll fuck with some green bean casserole. Dude, I'll fuck with a lot of things. Just not turkey, man. Turkey's like... Listen, I'm gonna hurt some feelings. It's Thanksgiving, I know, but like turkey's like a not good chicken. It's like if you run out of chicken and you're like, ah, fine. In a pinch, I'll settle for some fucking turkey. You know? That's what it feels like to me. It's not a good flavor profile. It puts you to fucking sleep. I'm sorry. I'm just ruining people's holiday right now. That's okay. You know what? That's okay. I like stuffing though. Stuffing is the fucking bee's knees. Alright, see if I can pull this off. And then I'll turn the camera back on. Assuming I actually don't kill myself here. In the game, in the game, in the game, in the game. It'd be kind of cool design when they finally rework gas, maybe in a year or two, to make it when you're scooping, it slows you down. Kind of makes sense, right? You would kind of add some balance. All right, I think it worked. Nice. We're back on that bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. And let's accelerate again. Well, fantabulous. I was really worried about that extra 10 meters of signature radius on that Outrider, but shouldn't have been. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. I wonder if anybody knows what I'm talking about. Sounds like I'm stringing words together that make no gosh darn sense. Ham and butter sandwiches day after yummy. Yeah, I mean, ham can be good, for sure. I've had good and bad ham. And again, I'm not like some food critic here, I'm just saying my personal taste. Tastes better than chicken? Really? What, turkey? Dude, if someone's like, you want a turkey sandwich? I'm like, I'd rather just not eat. Chloro, are you in turkey coma mode? Nah, I'm not doing anything today. I'm thankful for stuffing in cute chat rooms. Hell yeah. I've heard, well, I guess I'm streaming. I've heard turkey is dry. You can make turkey texturally good, right? You can. It's true. I've had like good texture, juicy, whatever you want to call it, turkey. I just don't care for the flavor that much. With enough salt and butter, sure, it's like okay, but then anything else is. A fucking car tire with enough butter is probably banging. Can't have you bully the English for the food again? I mean, that's probably gonna happen. You going to the skate park? You gonna skate or are you chilling with people? You're too old for the skate park, Spooky. You'll never be cool. Go away, Grandma. We're vibing. You mean British food is gross? Duck is great. Not sure I've ever had duck. I'm a ham kind of guy myself, yeah. No doubt. I fuck with ham. I would love to taste Thanksgiving food at some point. So much good food around, yeah. Yeah, I think the secret, I mean, everybody's got like, you know, stuff they eat for this holiday. It's like a very family-oriented holiday. Everybody's combination of food is a little bit different. But of like the main things, I've always been most, when I was younger, you know, with my family or whatever, I would have like mashed potatoes and stuffing. That would be like the best thing. But there'd be other stuff. Swedes keep eating the same food every holiday. Is that true? Nice, Spooky. I don't know if I could skate, man. I'm tall and fat and not very fast. Are you sure you're not a food critic? Well, not a good one if I am. Turducken. You can, I assure you. I mean, I've been on a skateboard. I've used it to like go down a road before. I tried to do the thing where you jump and like the board just moves a little bit, like an ollie. I tried to do that. I can't even do that when I was young, when I was a teenager. What's your Mr. Ships you're hugging with? So this is an Outrider and there's 4 prospects behind it. Alright. Let's get real here. No more fun and games. Yeah. You can put that on. My cat's like, I can't wear that. Why is there a mobile depot on grid? In case I have to refit. So for example, if like a super comes by or something like that, and they try to use one of their environmental doomsday kebab thingamajiggers to do a faction boost, a Tech 3 faction boost on me, I'll just refit to warp core stabs. Put like 3 of them suckers on here. Skate out. I'm an expert on all foods but french fries. True. Anything potato related, I'm just vetoing Scotty by principle. It's a personal vendetta. By the morning, yellow vesting in France overnight. Oh, there you go. You almost missed it. Yeah, I just wanted to be safe. I mean, I'm out here with heavy machinery. I figured I might as well put some high vis on. But you know what? It's making me think that I'm too high vis. It's making me feel a little bit too exposed here. I wonder if these sleepers are going to hit me because I have a high vis on. Pig, cow, chicken, only 3 food groups I need. So no starch, no vegetables. I'm just not into that. You meant like proteins? Turduck Kraken. What's up, Alice there? I've added the Outrider into my mining fleet as a defensive layer using the boost to get my max off grid. Yeah, seems good. Noah says, look at this handsome devil. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. What's good, bro? Happy Thanksgiving. My heart goes out to you, bro. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, dude. Just did a duo stream yesterday with this crazy cat. He had mad viewers. You would have loved it. Pretty hype. Anyway, I'm not dead yet, which is fantastic. I did test this before the stream, and I did the math, just in my head. I was just like, okay, does this look viable? The answer was yes. I tried it. It worked. I have a feeling long math is going to say that it's statistically impossible for them to hit me as well, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll do that after the stream. I'll do that shit after the stream. Easy. So, the only thing I ask for my chatters is that all of you that happen to be American or otherwise, even if you're not from the US, and you just happen to have pie at your house or apartment, I would like you to give me a slice of that pie. I would like all of you to give me a slice of your delicious moist pie. How do you orbit at 0 that shit? What's up, Franco? Yeah, so to unlock orbit at 0, you just go inside of an object and you right click it and it'll allow you to orbit current 0. So it's easy for a gas cloud. It doesn't stop you from going in, but like a rock is gonna block you, so you can't really do it. What's the Outrider fit? It's mostly on screen here. I'm still working on fits and stuff, so give it a little bit longer. I'll probably put it in a Nomad Tail 16 and talk about it and try to drag it out. But you can see this triple boost going right there. The other day I had 3 scoops on it, so you can probably piece it together. Sorry for being obtuse. A rot dog, what's good? Post your address to chat and I'll mail you some pie. I mean, I have a P.O. box, but I'm not going to give it out to chat because they're going to like mail me a box with like, you know, like a dove in it or something. I'm just gonna like find some just heinous crime inside of a bag in my P.O. box. Exactly. Yeah, it's just gonna be terrible. I do have one to like deal with stuff if I need to. But I don't really know how you're supposed to make a P.O. box public. Would you just gotta tell the post office? You like post it on your stream? Like, I even asked dude, I was like, does it matter like if this is public or not? He's like, yeah, you know, whatever. People can mail whatever they want. I'm like, alright. Does pie only cover pies? Does it cover that type of sweet pastry that's cut into pieces to be served? Yeah, no. No, yeah, no, I'll take any type of pastry. Any type. Also, Franco, no, I'm not actually orbiting a 0 on this cloud. P.O. box number will do it. No, I'll take a raspberry tart. I'll take an, you know, I don't know, do people in other parts of the world eat pecan pie, pecan pie, pecan pie? 25 consecutive streams. 25. Have I streamed 25 times total? Whew. That's hype. That's the longest stream I've seen. Pecan pie slabs. Need to experience American pie culture at least once in my life. Yeah, I fuck with apple pie. I fuck with cherry pie. I fuck with pecan pie. Yeah. The Pennsylvania Dutch here, which are strangely enough German people, they make something called shoe fly pie. Sweet potato pie is fucking best in the slot. What about cobbler? You know, cobbler's good. You know, if you don't have a pie, a cobbler will suffice. A cobbler is basically somebody took a pie and took a fork to it and just fucked it all up. Sorry, Pax. I'm just fucking around. Snow, happy Thanksgiving. Strawberry rhubarb pie. God damn. All right, that's an interesting flavor profile. I love the British pie culture, the savory kind. I mean, yeah, me too, but that's just dinner, man. It's not nearly as sexy as like a raspberry cheesecake or like a apple pie with ice cream. Yeah, I mean, I do fuck with a nice pot pie. Pork pies are yeah, they just want to eat dinner now. Chat's just hungry now. 4 and 20 meat pies. Us Aussies live on them. Pumpkin pie, lemon meringue. Y'all are getting real descriptive with it. Also, man, he's been scanning for a long time, chat. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting a little concerned for him. What was the sig count on this bitch? It's 21. 21 sigs. That's a lot of sigs. I purposely be leaving them shits up. But I'm just amazed he's still at it. He should have just gone in the local and be like, yo, anything good here? I would have been like, nah. Give him a word for trying. I mean, sometimes I scan slow and sometimes people take breaks in the middle of scanning and just like go poop or whatever. So it's not always like they're bad. But like, I just wish that he would shit or get off the pot here, you know what I'm saying? Will he decloak it be worse at 100? Oh yeah, this is a core site. If he warps here, like, he needs to warp off in the next like 10 seconds or he instantly dies. That's kind of how this works, even at 100 from any angle. I'm pretty much just a sleeper site right now. I'm like a sleeper cache. Living life, good to see you. Gotta try crawfish nachitos. What the fuck? Nachichoches. It looks Spanish? I'll put your stream on the tablet and start making brownies. We talking just like normal nice brownies? Or you talking like marijuana brownies? Because I can't have you be doing drugs on my stream. Okay, young man. There's children here who might take the drugs and do them themselves. And that would be bad because then we wouldn't have the drugs. You gotta think ahead. Nakatish. Okay. Bitch, you set me up. Alright, I'll take it. I'll take the L. I'll take the L. Alright, alright. I thought you were trying to say nachitos or something. I'm like, nachitos? I thought... How are you getting Tex-Mex? Tex-Mex. Out of that. Alright, I'm gonna give him another 5-10 minutes and I'm gonna hit up local and be like, dude, can I help you? Let me give you a hand. What are you looking for? He hasn't even moved like this probe in a while too. I think he just went AFK, guys. That's what I think. Oh, okay. I was wondering about that plus. I was like, brownies plus? Like Dota plus? Tex-Mex crawd. That's what I was like. I don't know what that means. That's crazy. I love crawdads. Sounds like some next level fusion cooking. I hate crab, I hate lobster. I'll eat 2 pounds of crawdad in one sitting. Why? For the flavor? Texture? You know, I don't think I've ever had crawdad, crawfish. I think I've had just crab. Never had lobster before. Ditch fish. What's up, Jeffro? Good in flavor and texture? Okay. Roughly, how long is a new player a noob before they realize and just start calling me bad at the game? I mean, you're a noob for as long as you want to be. That's it. That's my answer. I mean, after a couple years, people probably start raising their eyebrow if you don't know the basics. But you can still just call yourself a noob. 2 pounds is barely a snack, though. Yeah, isn't it the case for all shellfish? Is there a shellfish that's like really efficient calorically for $1? For like $1? Aren't they all really bad? I don't know actually. I'm guessing. Tell me you're American without telling me you're American. Yeah, I need a lot of food too. I got to keep this physique going. This rippling man bod. Breed said there's always something to learn. Yeah, the residue thing on survey is pretty cool. How it kind of bridges the gap between Tech 2 and Cindy's. I like it. I got 15%, or I got about 20% more if it input or intake. LIJ, what was that? That's the end of life. I'm a Florida man. I speak a version of English for sure. If you count bivalves, the return wouldn't be bad. Oh, interesting. Well, is it though? You said maybe. I still don't know. But yeah, it seems more competitive if you're counting actual shelled animals. Can you show me when your prospect fits? Life says no bullshit. If you buy a 2040 shed and fill it with shrimp tanks, it's highest per hour. Shrimp ranching. Yeah, I bet. Louisiana loves our Floridian cousins. MFJ says we do. Oh, we got a rumble in the south. Sleepy, how are you? Yeah, so it's pretty much just speed in the lows. Micro warp drive, if you want to float around the cloud. Yeah, I wouldn't try to copy what I'm doing here as a new bro until you know, get more comfortable. You can, if you want. This is a vital core reservoir, it's a little tricky. You selling the gas or building stuff? Oh yeah, I build stuff with it, Jay. I have a full stack. Tech 3 industry. Business. Indeed. War God. Take care, partner. Have a wonderful day. What was that cool console-based mapping tool you were using?
Connecting.
Ooh. Ooh, he said it, chat. He said, hey, what was that thing? Can anyone guess how many PCs are actually in Chlorokin's house? Yeah, directly out of frame is another 46 laptops. It's true. Sleepy, that is a script I call Bash Mapper. It's basically a single bash script that creates like dummy dummy directories and acts as a mapper. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's on my GitHub if you want to look at it. But it basically like creates folders and names them after like the signature and then just puts other signatures in that folder as more folders. And then, like, the output is just the tree command. So you don't use Wanderer? I do use Wanderer too, for group stuff, if I'm ever doing group stuff. But if I'm just doing a simple registry of a few holes, I just use the Bash Mapper, it's so fast. Every stream he adds another laptop to the room. Oh, I rearranged the room again, I wanted to see if anybody was gonna call me out about it. I rearranged it a lot this time. Looks nice now. You get a lot of cheap PCs that have run 10 and can't run 11, turn them into Linux machines. It's all running multi-box Ishtars and nullsec, yeah. Nah, I hunt those. All running Dogecoin miners. Is Dogecoin still a thing? Do you play the guitar in the background? Not yet. One day. You guys can hit a level 69 hype train. I'll play the guitar. Hell, if you can hit a level 1 hype train, I'll play the guitar. It's gonna be hard though, because it's disabled. Suckers. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Get scammed. My boy Noah. What are you up to? This is my real life homie. You guys don't know. Does the shared hype train count? No, it doesn't count. I have it offline, so like it didn't even count for his. People were gifting me subs, and like they were just wasting them. It was amazing. You guys are having Thanksgiving at the your place? Clean. Get that train online, dude? Negative. My cat says hi, guys. Specifically, she says, meow. This is too calm. I guess the dude hacking, like, did he realize it's me? There's no way. There's just no way. He's in a Stratios just krillin'. For no gosh darn reason. Her name's Pixel. That is a drawing of her. I guess it's shiny. Let me go see if she needs a little pat, a little love. One sec. Nah. She just wanted to tell me that she pooped, that's all. Good cat. Do a giveaway every time he steps away? Wait, who would do the giveaway? About to commit crimes in Chlorokin's house? Oh, shit. Oh, no. Noah's coming in. Yeah, he's toxic as hell. You gotta watch that, dude. No, deadass. While he's breaking into my crib to screw up my Twitch account, I'm gonna go break into his crib and take his pie. His warm, delicious, moist pie. Quintus Max is, how are you liking the Outrider so far? Been struggling to land on a fet I like here. I mean, you can't really go wrong with it. If you use the Magus or Bifrost before, you can't go wrong. It's just a direct upgrade in terms of boost strength. In terms of fit, I mean, kind of 3 flex lows, 2 flex rigs, couple flex highs. You want to put an MJFG on there, definitely put a micro on there. 1 or 2 flex mids. Quintus, how do you scoop gas? Maybe I can help you that way. If you tell me how you scoop gas, maybe I can help you scoop that gas with my scooping semi-bow expertise. By the way, this site has 1.2 billion ISK in this cloud alone, I think. Now we're down to 750 million. We're chipping away at it, chat. We're using raw, Vestal, untouched scoops as well. That's right. That's right. Been trying to figure out an ore fit. Oh, okay. Yeah, if it's for ore, I have no idea. No clue. I guess for ore, you'd have to sacrifice a few lows that you would otherwise spend on propulsion or safety or utility for upgrades or something. I don't know. I don't do ore so much. Ore is complicated. Gas is easy. Damn, Noah's in here going crazy. My guy. I'll probably hang out for a few hours today, chill with the peoples. I just replaced the loss I took earlier over the weekend. I replaced it, brought another ship out. Feeling good about it. Feeling good about it. What I didn't feel good about was on the way back after replacing it, days after losing it, one of the people who killed me saw me moving the new ship in case space and was like, hey. I was like, Jesus Christ. What are the odds of that? That's shameful. Anyway, no coffee grind ASMR today. It is banned. I was told by the state of Colombia that I'm not allowed to do it anymore. It's true. Personally, I don't have the money to fight it legally, so I'm gonna just, you know, capitulate. But in another reality, we could win this thing, and we could get the coffee ASMR back. Alas, we are rendered impotent by the law. The law that was made to protect us has bound us to a standard of life that's not worth living. Someone says, Big Papa says, came back after 1 year break to asset safety. Hell. Oh, you're in Horde. Feels bad, man. Feels Horde, man. No, I'm just gonna assume that you ain't got to turn no wrenches today. That's good. I hope you have a refreshing day, dude. Oh, we got another say here. Another one. Off today and tomorrow. Ooh wee. Since when does something like the law stop us? I mean, when I was younger, I used to think that way, and then the law stopped me pretty abruptly several times with some pretty compelling arguments and/or physical coercions. Since that, I've pretty much been stopped by the law pretty regularly. Whenever I do anything, like, on one hand, you have chloroquine. On the other hand, the weight of the criminal justice system. Jumping. Noah's out here gifting subs. No. Stop. Thank you. Stop that. 35% of subs, though. Stop. Are we doing... Oh, are we doing money laundering? Oh, shit. No, we're doing money laundering. Sorry, guys. I didn't know. Oh, hell yeah. Yo, thanks, G. Noah's my boy. You better stop gifting shit though. That's crazy. That's literally bannable. That's a level 1 hype train if I ever saw one. True. True. But it didn't actually trigger, so no guitar. Thanks, buddy. This is funny laundering. Show us the bucks. He's fixed my car too many times, chat. That's the thing. I'm triggered still counts. You were triggered yesterday too. You know what's funny is both you and that guy you were arguing with, both of you have been... Well, no, you haven't been... I haven't banned you from the channel, have I ever? I was gonna say, both of you have been banned from the channel before. How fucking funny is that? But I don't know if I've actually banned you. Not yet. Soon. Soon. I'm raising my power level first. You see, Scotty and I disagree on some ideological things, I'm assuming. Just a couple. So I'm looking for any reason to axe him. The problem is he's kind of a cool guy. So it's difficult. You know, he's not making this easy for me. I got my message deleted. Oh, you didn't get banned? Okay, yeah, he was banned for like a year. He didn't even do that bad of a thing. I was like woke baiting motherfuckers. I was like talking about like, you know, social stuff. And he was just chiming in. What's this about triggers? Do you mean Tech 2 comp is used for Minmatar guns? Exactly. Noah's my boy. Thank you for that. Way too kind. Tell your girl. Or not the doxer. Tell your girl, happy T-Day. I don't even remember who it was, to be honest. It was, Tupac. Tupac, he, I want to say he's a Crash fan. I can't remember. Somebody yesterday told me that I should do a duo stream with Crash Naps. And I just was like, I don't know if that's the way we should do this. Dreesh says, found a wormhole with 11 gas in it and a Prada Oki combat site. What the fuck is that? Sure, are you just making up words now? On my Muslim Minecraft server? Son of a bitch. Better get a hard hat then. I literally don't have one, or I probably would have whipped one on. We had different opinions, but I don't think it was anything great. Well, y'all were doing the man thing that I do all the time on like Reddit, which is like, well, no, you're wrong, bro. Toxic and Crash App did a duo stream, was funny as fuck. Yeah. I bet. I gotta watch a little more Crash before I agree to that. I've seen him a few times. I think he's good at streaming. But for like Laura, it was a no-brainer for me because he keeps his shit clean anyway, right? I don't even have to think about it. He's cleaner than I am. I get the impression that, just based on what I saw there, you'll probably see me on Laura's stream again. Every so often, maybe every couple months. I'll probably pop on there if he's into doing collabs on rotations and just kind of banter like that. But I'd like to also talk to other streamers too. So if there's somebody you think that I'd be like on the same wavelength or could learn something from, I'm interested. Not really interested in doing PvP with people. Somebody recommended SERP. Obviously, you know, I could see why you'd want to see it, but I'm like a class clown. I'm not somebody that you're trying to like give the M1 Grand and do a foxhole with. You feel me? Give Erst a try. Yeah, I do like Erst. I would happily talk to Erst any day of the week. I just want to talk to them. I don't really even want to do anything in-game. That's the thing. Waydama Scout collab? Just go over to Waydama and start talking to that capsule in space. Just like, why won't you respond? I showed you my rifter, why don't you respond? And then let him raid you? I've been raided by Urst before. Urst has a huge following. Azure Light, I watch PvP and a few others, yeah. Azure Light is nice, yeah. He's good. He streams for long periods of time. That's the only thing I know about him. You fixed an ice machine, says Big Pop. It was turned off. Like, for your job, like you drove somewhere to fix it and it was turned off. That's easy. Or said you don't allow raids. Yeah, that was true at one point. Schweppervescence. Nice name. I turned off raids for a while because they were distracting. I still don't like raids. I allow them now, though. I just say thank you. Cause I don't really care about growth and view count that much. I guess it's cool, but like too much is just not necessary. So like a raid is almost more of a distraction than it is a boon, but they are fun sometimes. It's true. I turned it off for like almost a year, maybe 6 months. And I didn't even think about it when I turned off raids. I didn't realize that would confuse people. I didn't even think about anybody else besides myself when I turned off raids. Same thing with hype trains. I turned them off for my own personal reasons and didn't realize that like turning them off was abnormal, and it would like kind of make people think that I'm like snubbing them or something, whatever it is. Never even thought about it. So that's why I'm serving life in the Georgia State Penitentiary. Chat. Right there. Snobby chloroquine. Yeah, I can be snobby. It's true. It's true. Guilty. Guilty. Snobbykin. Pew, pew, pew. Chloroquine isn't locked in here with us. We're locked in here with him. It's true. That's a fact. I'm glad somebody spoke up. I'm happy. Maybe wondering, where's the camera? Don't worry about it. I'm getting a new one right now. Oh, by the way, this camera right now, that was a gift years ago from Noah Narcosis in chat, who just gifted me a bunch of subs too. Generous guy. Thanks, Noah. Thanks for the camera, Noah. That I don't have online right now. You're the best. Alright, let's see. Better safe than sorry. Gobble gobble, mother trucker. Precisely. I was thinking it, you said it. Giscardi, good to see ya. What's poppin'? Give me a few minutes here, just setting stuff up, enjoying life. In fact, let me kick it over to this screen so you're not confused as to what's going on. Love you guys, good to see you. I am still here though. It's just, the screen is a lie, it's buying me time. Valuable time. Time that I need badly. Good green screen you got there, streaming from a prison cell. No, this is my cell. Yeah, I have drywall on my cell. Yeah. Yeah. I'm maintenance at a hospital, had to go downstairs? Oh, okay, not nearly as sweet. I was hoping that you like had to go across the state or something. Damn. There's a stringless guitar in the cell. Stringless guitar? There's no strings on it? That's new to me. Cordless Old Poker, what's up? You lost your other account? Aw. Sorry about that. Must be that same prison Martha Stewart went to? Yes, sir. Oh, you said the guitar was disabled earlier? No, my ability to perform music for people solo is disabled. How are things going? Things are going well, thank you for asking. Curson gifting a sub. Oh my goodness. Thank you. What the hell? For the remainder of the stream, you're strictly banned from subscribing, gifting subs, using primes, anything like that. Bits. All of that's banned. Gravy says, are you in one of those fancy Swedish prisons that are nicer than most studio apartments? No. No, I'm in Alcatraz right now.
Disabled.
Dr. Quadruple immediately breaking the fucking law. Thank you for subscribing, or whatever the hell it says.
Connecting.
But also, that's totally illegal what you just did there, so you're gonna have to pay the iron price here, buddy. You may be wondering what I'm doing behind the scenes. Two things. First of all, I'm gathering the gas I just scooped and hoarding it in a small ball. Second, I'm taking Sudafed from my local pharmacy and creating methamphetamine from it. That's right. If you're a federal law enforcement officer interested in solving a drug crime, look no further than your boy. I have so much illegally manufactured meth, just, you know, just mething it up. Rob says Breaking Bad. Don't do meth, kids. Do coffee. Quadruple, thank you. Curse on, thank you. Appreciate you guys. Arjun with the follow, thank you very kindly. Clark and White, I'm punk rock. I don't give a fuck, he said. No, I try to ban people from subbing to the channel just to, like, you know, let them know I appreciate them without the money, but people just ignore me anyway, so might as well stop saying it. Illegal Quave? He's so kidding. Yeah, definitely, as I like moving centrifuges out of the frame. I'm just kidding. Yeah, in an RV in the desert, exactly. I do say I'm surrounded by cornfields a lot, it's true. Have you seen I got the new mining skills? Mining exploitation, mining precision. Those are crit skills, right? They don't actually apply to gas, and since I'm a gas dude, man, it's like, it's a little awkward in life, right? With that said, I think it's cool design. Just not applicable to me. Unfortunato. Alright, just about ready to rock. Rage Kitty gifting a sub to Curse. It goes full circle. It's a sub-circle jerk. We don't need hype trains. We have sub-circle jerks here. Ew, that's crass. But strangely, what is happening? I heard they crit now on gas? No, I haven't seen any evidence to support that. The patch notes certainly didn't say anything about it affecting gas. If that's the case, I'd love to know though. Of course. Hello, friendos. Let's get back to this.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
One moment, please, chat. Just making sure they all get the boosts. You gotta boost your buddies. If you're not boosting your buddies, you're boosted. Your elo is boosted as hell. Alright, now we're going to pick up speed once again. Some of our dude men are going to take a little bit of omelette du dommage. That's okay. We don't care about our dude men. They're allowed to take a little bit of omelette du dommage. And then we should be back to high angular and immune. Once a mother truckin' again. Bang! Headshot. Thank you guys for the subs. Way too many subs yesterday to justify doing it today. Noah started the nonsense though. Your local pharmacy? Yeah, so funny story. It's not even funny, it's rage inducing. I have a pharmacy next to me that I like and a pharmacy next to me that I hate. Two. The one that I like closed and sent all the prescriptions to the one I hate. Alright. That's cool. Thank you, Rage Kitty. I heard they crit now on gas. No, Dr. Quadruple says love that. Yeah, I was pretty pissed. And I go in, I'm like, hey, can I get my prescription? They're like, okay. I'm like, yeah, I called it in. They're like, alright, well, fill out the details on the touchpad. I'm like, I'm not touching your pad, bro. I'm in a pharmacy with people coughing everywhere. I'm not touching a fucking thing. Give me the goddamn pills. Cop a terrorism charge? No, I'm just kidding. You saw the Alliance tournament ships? Nah, what are they? Did he finish scanning? Oh, he finished scanning. Good for him. Oh, yes. Good lad. I'm so happy. It only took him an hour. Maybe the probes despawned. Maybe he DC'd and the probes despawned. Listen, I don't know, bro. I have no idea what's going on. Sav, how you doing? Please touch my pad, says Turdinator. Listen, I'm cool with parasocial relationships as long as they're platonic. I'm not gonna touch your pad, alright? I'll touch your heart, right? But I won't touch your pad. And I just want to be clear because I respect you. I don't want you to be misled. I am a happily taken human person, being. You want the blueprint copy? I don't need it. I buy my mistake and can't sell it. An Alliance tournament BPC? Yeah, hell yeah, I want that. That makes sense. Touching your friend's pad is platonic? I don't think it is, man. I'm gonna do a debate on that one. Please touch my platonic pad. I don't think that's how this works. You wouldn't say that to like, you know, some friend you just met. 80 ships are delivered to Belto. That's why I said, hell yeah, give me that blueprint. I was like, yeah, give it to me. Fuck it, I'll trim it. I'll put some gold trim on it and give it back. A Python BP would be worth multiple quadrillions. What about a Python BPO? Wouldn't the existence of a Python BPO like almost instantly lower the value of it all? You know that one mother trucker's out there making copies of it. Guys is buying LSIs the best way to get SP. I can't be. No, there's some stuff you can buy straight from the store that has good value too. You know, Marquee Dragon's website, you know, I don't really buy so much from it, but I'm like an affiliate there. A lot of people do buy from it. He kind of sometimes lays out the skill point math for you. I honestly recommend Marquee Dragon's website for trying to find the most SP per money. If you're talking only in-game, then LSIs is a good way. Otherwise, perhaps buying boosters, like Master at Arms boosters is another way. Python BPO is locked away in a CCP safe inside lava tube. Everything's in the lava tube, right? I should tint my camera and be like, I'm doing a lava tube stream. Yeah, Rob wants to know what I would use to bash Pocos. Yeah. So Pocos are pretty simple. In fact, we might even clear some in my own corp with my homies from stream that hang out during the weekend. You don't need it. You don't even need oracles. That's obviously a great thing to do. You can just use a little bomber. You can just use anything with drones. Pocos aren't that serious. Literally anything with an efficient damage to ammo ratio. Trigs. I mean, oracles are nice because they get the job done swiftly and quickly. No ammo considerations at all, but... yeah, just put a couple Babarogas on grid. Spool up. Right? Don't use a Zern, though, because Zern probably not going to be able to track the Poco. It's a joke. I could probably hit it. Probably. Event boosters still work till 7th. Much cheaper. There you go. What's up, ya boy? Ya boy. Look how many members of the Shrub Club we have. Look at this. The longer you're in the Shrub Club, the longer your bigger your shrub gets. And one day your shrub can even become colorful. Right? It's true. No colored shrubs here. Bunch of green shrubs here. No advanced cultists here. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Wait, that's me. I'm Blue Shrub. That's not fair. Oh, here you go. Dwayne, 2-year subscriber. It's a fucking orange shrub. I mean, that's definitely worth subscribing for like 2 years. It's true. All shrubs are bushes. All bushes are not all bushes are shrubs. Something about woody versus herbaceous. Rob, are you fixing to knock down a few pocos, young man? What are you doing? I charge a nominal fee to assist people with poco removal. That's right. I've just invented a business that I'm the sole proprietor of. That business is, wait for it, poco removal. If you pay me 100 million ISK, I will remove an unlimited amount of pocos in one system. However, the catch, you have to give me control over your corporation forever. Now, I may be a benevolent leader. I may be a menacing, meddling my lord. So, what are you thinking? The CEO of mine so deal? Well, that's not, you don't count. If you're already in my corp, that doesn't count. Also, by the way, join my Blobs Corp. We blobs on the weekend. Just saying. Hit me up. Tiny Shrub says Lockholder. Sell your soul to the devil type of deal? The devil did go down to Georgia. He's looking for a soul to steal. The CEO doesn't want... The CEO people don't want, don't need, but they deserve. But what they deserve. Yeah, nobody deserves a CEO, trust me. Nobody. Nobody deserves that. All depending on the daily quality of the meth produced, all chloricans. Oh no. Yeah, don't actually do meth. That's a terrible drug, in my opinion. Don't do that. Do not do that. Jokes aside. Breaking Bad jokes aside. By the way, never seen Breaking Bad. You know what's funny? I've seen Better Call Saul, I think. All of it. Maybe not the last season. I've never seen Breaking Bad, though. How weird is that? I'm not even sure how that happens. I don't know, man. What drugs should we do? Widow is a good blops. The Redeemer seems to be the flavor. I mean, the Redeemer has just crazy stats. We talk about it like every stream, but it has crazy tank and DPS. It's just hard to beat that. A lot of us are trained to Panthers, though, which is annoying. With Agenda, Skyla is annoying, though, just saying. Skyla. That's a chick, right? Jam Widow, though. You must have seen Breaking Bad. I can't remember again. Quality of meth produced. I've definitely glanced at some episodes at people's cribs and stuff. Never really watched it, though. I'll be honest. In the hood, we were beginners as 5%ers, but something must have got in us. Because all of us turned to sinners. Now, some are resting in peace, and some are sitting in San Quentin. Others, such as myself, are trying to carry on tradition. What is that from? What song is that from? Who can tell me? There's a rigged contest for, potentially Americans. Wildcard, happy, Turkey Day Thanksgiving to you as well. I was like, TG, is that Turkey Day? No, that's Thanksgiving. Amox, what's up, G? Bro did college without school, gotta watch Breaking Bad, Chloro. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I skipped ahead and it was just weird. You know, I think maybe I have talked about this before, but like, Mike in Better Call Saul, I know he's in like Breaking Bad too, people told me.
Connecting.
I always thought it was weird that he was cast for that in Better Call Saul. Like, it was never convincing for me.
Autopilot disabled.
So I was like,
waypoint reached.
but it makes more sense because, you know him from Breaking Bad or whatever. Dr. Nameek with a Prime. Thank you, Dr. Nameek. 5-month subscription. Appreciate you. Yeah, I would love a single jam widow to be the bridger and a jammer, and also missile dips. The ideal fleet is all demers and one widow, in my opinion. I don't know though. I'll talk to some actual blobs groups later on. Right now we're still picking on Ishtars. So, by the way, please join us, please. We need more people. Oh, I'm lagging. Wow, I was like watching the frames and it's like lagged. Bro, I was staring at OBS and it was like, I'm gonna lag now. That's incredible. I can manifest my own downfall simply by inquiring. This is some quantum shit. No, it's me. 246 frames down the chute. Gone forever. Never coming back. Any guys or girls or NBs, any folk scoop gas? Wormhole gas, that is? Any Fullerite heads over here? Any Fullerite freaks in chat? So many subs today. What's going on with you people? Oh, holiday. Right, derp. Gravy scoops gas? Okay. You scoop gas. Lock holer scoops? Yeah. Like if you're into scooping it, like not if, if you've ever scooped it once, I'm not asking that. Like, do you like, how many people do we like scooping? Show yourself hovers? It's true, yeah. Have some gas you were buying again? I'm not buying again. In fact, I'll stop buying from the few I still buy from pretty soon. We're wrapping up that chapter. There's a few pieces missing from the puzzle. Not that you asked, but might as well segue into it. The few pieces missing from the puzzle that is creating kind of a public interfaced freelancing apparatus, and that is I do need the freelance jobs. Without it, I'm just not willing to proceed. Took a whole band perimeter last night. Nice. How'd you do that? Did you kill the rats? Or did you pull them around the cloud? Need more gas to spawn in the home hole? Well, why don't you try leaving and go next door? Sentries on a grid, no-go for solo gas hopping? Well, there's only one site that has sentries, the ordinary perimeter reservoir. Are you talking about that one? How does the new faction venture compare to the regular venture? I think it's good for alphas. I'm not sure. For omegas, it's, about the same. Kill my rats with the praxis. Nice. Good lad. I was weak and bought an Odysseus. Might go for some scooping. You were weak? Bro, if you're weak, what am I? I chucked one into the abyss yesterday. No, into the nether yesterday. Also, why did Laura give me a second Odysseus? He said he bought like 8 of them. And he gave me a second one. Was that like, does he want to, like, he didn't want to do that again, right? Like, we already did it. What am I going to do with that Odysseus? Arjun says, I used to huff nullsec Myco Saracen. Nice. Magmatic gas robbing. Ah, interesting. Nah, that doesn't count, but that's cool. Yeah, Milson. If you're talking about the ordinary perimeter reservoirs, it's the only gas site with sentries in J-Space, at least. So if you're talking about this one right here, yeah, so you can actually milk the big cloud and drain the whole big cloud without getting shot, but you have to perch it, right? I talk about this in my video on YouTube, where you can basically warp to the site from below at range, cloaked, and because the cloud's up in the air, not below, You warp to it from below and it won't decloak you, and then you can bookmark that cloud and then warp back from above. And you're so far from the turrets, they have like 110 km range that they won't hit you. It's a little bit tricky. I would stay away from ordinaries for now, but you can watch my video called Demystifying Wormhole Gas if you want to see the section on ordinaries. But you can't spin that. No, they actually are very accurate and do a lot of damage. You'd have to do some wild repping strategy that's not worth it. They actually do a lot of DPS and are accurate. This right here, what you're seeing on stream, this is a proper Jedi mind trick. This is a speed tank, as in we're getting shot, right? We're getting shot every couple seconds, non-stop, by some very powerful battleships. That's why you have to tank this. I try to explain to people the difference between a spin and a Jedi mind trick. Spinning is like around the outside, they never even touch you. Jedi mind tricking is speed tanking. Perching, that's another thing altogether. That's just staying way out of the range and not moving. Laura's your biggest hype man. He wants to be inspired more by more antics. He wants to inspire more antics, yeah. Laura's my biggest hype man. I mean, probably, no, that's a true statement. You're right. No, that's a true statement. He is. I don't know, I thought it was fun. People say that I mellowed him out, but truthfully, he was still very high energy in my eyes. By the time I was done, I was exhausted. I don't know how he doesn't, like, take breaks, or other people don't, like, take breaks. What's up, Caesar? How you doing? It was given to Laura by one of his subs. He wants you to do whatever you want with it. Nice. Did Blackheart, thank you for the info. I'm sure Laura's gonna stream again today, but maybe I'll raid him back. I'm just chilling though. ADHD is a hell of a drug. I don't even know if I, you know, dude, I'm gonna be real. I don't even know if I get the vibe that Laura has ADHD. Does he? Did he say that? I don't even know if he does. He's very, like, focused and comes back to the points and doesn't lose the short-term executive function at all. He's very driven. Yeah, he's just high energy. Yeah, you know what I mean? I know you're not trying to be derogatory, Rob. I'm not trying to come down on you. Let me pull you on screen. I actually don't think he's ADHD. Maybe I'm Belgian. I'm not a psych. I'm just a dummy. He's able to do a job he loves and able to live from it. I'd be hyped too. That's true. He's tweaking, says Gummy. There you go. There's the truth. We figured it out. Good old Christian Laura over there just doing all the drugs. Confirmed in Twitch chat. Put it on live stream fail. It's a persona Laura puts on. He's a very brand development away. Yeah, but I don't know if energy level is a persona. I'm just trying to draw, like, you know, you could say the energy level could be forced. Maybe. Bro, I don't know if there's an amount of money you could pay me to, like, be that high energy though. I don't have it in me. I think there's something within people to have high energy or yeah, I don't know, dude. I think it's fascinating. It's good to watch people that are that high strung though, like energy and not strong. Forcing energy all the time, but that's the thing. I don't know if it's forcing it for him. You stream on YouTube now as well? Yeah, I mirror it to YouTube, yeah. This is a YouTube chat over here. A lot of people combine the chats now, but I don't want to give up the sweet emotes for Twitch, so I just have two windows. Just not giving a fuck. High energy lends itself well to marketing. Well, that would be true, yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, it is what it is, you know. I'm just like analyzing like what I experienced yesterday, and at no point did I notice any executive dysfunction at all. He was very on the ball with everything. He just had a shitload of energy, and people say he was mellowed. I gotta see him when he's not mellowed. Then I have seen his streams a couple times. I didn't think he was that worse. I don't know. It's funny. Anyway, I'll stop glazing Laura for a minute. I don't think Laura forces it. I think it's who he is. Has to repress that energy IRL. Yeah, he's like rambunctious. maybe would be the term. Pepega Logical says, hi, you're so handsome. No, you're handsome. You're handsome. Or beautiful, or whatever you want. He's got quite the marketing background. You can see it in his streams. He's presenting a product to stream. I get all that. I just don't think you could fake that high energy. Not that you're claiming it. When you see him jump out of the chair, you know he's hyped. I thought the mix between yours and Laura's energy was a good balance. Yeah, it was fun. Like, I would hate to have somebody more relaxed or more whatever sedated than me on the stream. Chat would just fall the fuck asleep. Lockholder redeeming. Do not redeem! Mahoninator said, what's up, buddy? Says you cannot fake it. He worked with some kind of online marketing, so I think he's definitely aware that it bring. No, that's all lies. No marketing skills. Nope. Just lightning in a bottle. I have a rambunctious friend. What a word, by the way. Reading it out loud. After a while, it's exhausting being in his presence. That's the thing. Like, sometimes you'll have homies or whomever with, like, you know, ADHD, and it's definitely when they're more on the hyperactive side of things, you know, it's definitely exhausting. 100% true. This is like that, but actually not out of control. Energy's too much after a while. Yeah, that's what I was saying. After a while, I needed a break. Like, if he wanted to keep going, I would have been like, all right, give me a 15-minute break, dude. I'm gonna go, like, iron myself, like, a shirt or something. High energy, functioning. High energies. You know what's the best combo? An ADHD friend with an autistic friend. There you go. Let them cook and watch and do magic together. He knows he hit new market. He is the best streamer, targeted anywhere, is bringing a lot of new players. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, and like, to an extent, you know, like, the content's pretty complimentary, that's all. Every change is super exciting. Let's be honest, he's just a 5-year-old on sugar. Yeah, true. Give him some sugar cubes like a horse. Here you go, Laura. Here you go. Oh, easy boy, easy boy. Take the sugar cubes. Every sugar cube we give him is good for like a 3-hour stream. I like it. I like it. It was fun. I can imagine every so often chilling with people. Like, let me just look right now who's streaming. I don't even know. Knowing would be good. Lure the Horseu. Prolorutariat. Sea Bisloru kit. Damn it, I got nothing. I'm done. That's it. It's over. I'm cooked. I am freaking cooked. 5-year-old and married, I need to step up. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. That's despicable. You need lots of grandchildrens. The young Douche is on. Devil's Hill is on. Yo, Devil's Hill, I swear to God, my man streams more than he sleeps. Streams more than he does anything else. He streams so much. I almost want to look at his, like, how much he streams, but I don't want to actually do it because that's creepy. But I almost want to look. By the way, yesterday, I don't know if, like, Loru doesn't observe daylight savings time or something, but, like, he's like, all right, yo, yeah, I stream 11 to 3. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll meet you up on Wednesday. And so like it's like 9:50. He's like, all right, bro. I'll be like a half an hour after I start, and then like I'll be ready for you. I'm like, all right, word. I'll hit you up. And so he starts, and then he starts at 10. I'm just like, oh, all right. Give me a little bit. And I'm just like making a bagel, just going like, did he say 10 or 11? What's going on with this guy? Does he just not do daylight savings time? And then like he just proceeds as normal, and I show up and everything was good. I'm just like, is he just streaming it? Like I don't know. I guess I don't care. It doesn't matter, but it cracked me up. Worked out better anyway. I'm covered in pomegranate juice. What happened? Freakers always says, I just want to put this out there. Not sure if anybody experienced this or had issues, but here it goes. If you try to multi-box in Eve, then disable Discord overlay, it completely made my client bug out all the time. Alt tabbing was impossible. Had UI glitches and bugs all over. I disabled it now to live a nice, peaceful life. Hope it helps somebody. Yeah, using the Discord overlay, probably some dumbass shit. Now, I know some of you probably love it, but just don't use it. Trust Discord as little as possible, folks. Now, do I have multiple Discords? Yes. Do I use Discord every day? Yes. Do I hate Discord? Drum roll, please. Yes. The answer is yes. 5-year-old and married, I need to step up. Oh god. Oh god. Wait, where's my tracker? It's not telling us how much is left. Only 400 mil left? We've drained this thing of almost 2/3 of its sustenance value. I'm a gas vampire. Oh. I'm spitting on my microphone. Yuck. Yuckarino. Love Discord emotes, but I miss IRC without the fluff. You know, Twitch is based on IRC. 69 cents at the grocery store, that's what happened. 69 cents for a whole ass pomegranate? God damn, dude. A whole ass pomegranate. Most chats really are. You know what one isn't? Conspicuously cursing? YouTube chat. They have their own little stupid ass thing going on. Not the YouTube chatters, but the YouTube platform. Yeah, it's not based on IRC. That's why things like Chatterino can't pick it up. Now you can scrape it and just add it, but you can't get like the back end. There's no like it's not based on IRC. I have no idea if it's Jabber. I'm under the assumption it's not. All I know is it's not IRC. I'm assuming it's not Jabber either, otherwise they could still do a bridge. My understanding is there's no actual bridge besides scraping it, which I think is what like restream and stuff does, right? It's actually silly. Like YouTube could potentially be like a fantastic streaming platform if they just made some tweaks. Got rid of the like dumbass like Instagram style like emote system or whatever the hell they have going on over there, you know? Like who likes that? Come on. It's like childlike. We need distinguished Pepes and lulls and Keck W's. All right, we need high class stuff. We don't need this stupid Instagram stuff. So if they fix that, that'd be great. What else do they need to fix? It's mostly the emotes. Yeah, that's like the main reason. Yeah. But yeah, the chat. Fix the chat. What else? I don't know, there's like a bunch of weird stuff about streaming to YouTube that like I just shake my head about like why not just copy Twitch or like something? Because that's what Kick did, right? Like Twitch was like no gambling and basically Casino Corps were like, hey, we'll make our own place with blackjack and hookers and like literally, and then like Kick was born and then they just like copied the shit, didn't they? Why can't YouTube do that? Fuck Amazon, dude. I would also love it if they added a live button next to shorts, homes, and subs. I would love a lot of things, I guess. The problem is, I just don't deserve it. 2.8 bill? That's the settling price? Yeesh. Yeah, so if the OD settles at 2.8 billion, my hope is that based on the comments I heard earlier, they reduce the constituent material count. Specifically resonators, maybe? Drop it down to something like 150. Right? That would make a difference, would it not? Or something. They should do something. Mats are the problem? What's another mat that would make sense to shave off to get the price down to like under 2 bill? You don't like how it shows how much ISK the cloud is worth? Yeah, so I actually mentioned this, D-Bars, and I'm not even trying to like dismiss your comment, I'm trying to amplify it. I'm happy somebody else cares. Yeah, it does kind of like quantize the whole experience, right? Now, luckily you can just not target the cloud and you're good, right? But if you want the readout, the value is there. I don't know if there's a way to turn that off. So I think you might, yeah, you can get the old window back here, I guess. Yeah, you can get the old window back here and then make it small so you don't see the value. If you want this old function back. Best you got. I mean, obviously this is not perfect, but I didn't even know you could do this still. Obviously for the stream, I'm gonna leave it up. I don't really mind it so much. I don't stare at it, but you have a point. Resonators are the main, yeah. So if they drop that down from like 250 to 150, the resonators, I think it would really kind of reduce the price of the ship overall. I think everybody's in agreement with that. So the question is, will they do it? CCP likes to be hands-off, but I did hear them say, I can't remember who said it. I heard one of them say that we might come back and lower the price of this because we've set it really high. Someone says 1.45 billion for the mineral and special stuff. That's without the blueprint. Yeesh. With special stuff including the blueprint. What's up, Zakil? How are you? Squirrel, what's going on? Not including the blueprint. I see, I see, I see. Thank you for joining me today, folks. Just doing some gas, hanging out. Being my best self. Dolce says it'll be a long journey to be able to fly that ship. The Odysseus? Or the Outrider? Which one? The Odie? Really? Okay. Are you, do you have a use for it, or you just think it's awesome? I mean, completely valid either way. I'm not trying to dismiss one over the other. Finding a use for it was a challenging part for me. I think I found a few uses, though. That was a bad joke about an Odyssey. Lil Trev, what country are you from again? Unless you are anonymous, in which case, disregard. UK? Oh, damn, I was hoping you were German. So I could be like, ah, typical German humor. But he's from the UK, so... Which is crazy, because UK humor I fuck with hardstyle. Like the, state-obsessed little weirdo I am. Had a full house yesterday, enjoying the laid back stream. True. Did you are you new here? No, you've been following for a while. Okay, I got you. Yeah, yesterday was crazy. Obviously, when you do a duo stream with somebody that has a huge audience, it's like a little nuts. But I've been in weird moments like that. Like CCP would raid me in the past. I mean, I've even been raided recently by them, and they sometimes have thousands of people. It's like mind blowing. Like, am I supposed to really talk to this many people? Yeah, I guess so. You know, that's it. Warp drive active. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. These numbers need to be lower right here. They need to be under 20. Now we increase and apply the scoops. Mamma mia. Oh, me Mary, you're getting shot again, my honey. It's too dangerous to you. My precious. Mahoney says I'm funny looking. Same. I do wear an antennae or a oddish crown or a man bun or a mohawk. Whatever you want to call it. D-Bar says, the question is, will Laura get sucked into CCP? I literally asked him that yesterday. How funny is that? I said, hey, do you want to work for CCP? And he said, he says they can't afford me. Probably true. No, we had a nice back and forth. You should go watch. I don't know if you saw it yesterday. You should go watch the VOD of us bantering. It's only a few hours. It's like a 3-hour adventure. I asked him a bunch of questions. He asked me his stuff too. What's up, Yas? What's going on, mister? Normally I just lurk due to work. Got you. Normally you just lurk due to work, but not today because of Turk E-Day. You trying to rhyme it up? Strong Pikmin vibes? Yes, sir. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Mr. Dolchev. I don't really celebrate, but I appreciate your sentiments. Are you celebrating Thanksgiving today in the UK? Jason says I heard Pandemic Horde was going to become a high-sec mining corp. Whatever Pandemic Horde chooses to do, I wish them the best. I do. I really do. As somebody who's been in an alliance that has kind of collapsed, I wish them nothing but the best. I hope they find happiness without Gobbins. I think Gobbins finally being, you know, kind of the weirdo he is and just jumping off that metaphorical cliff. I think it'll be good for the group in the long run. Or it doesn't have to be huge to be important and cool. Hasn't he been banned in UK? It's true. You need a license for that. You need one. Carson says he's rapping. Did Odie survive yesterday's stream collab? No, we went to Thera. And we went to a station with 6 dudes in it. And Bifrost, little Bifrost, comes out and tries to boosh me. So I dock and then undock and then we kill him. And then like a Vargur, a Megathron, a Praxis, a couple other ships come out and we just fight them until we died. We gave it our all. I did a little bit. I did overheat the newts. But it turns out you can't really do much with a Zeugma in combat. Zeugma should do something in combat. Unironically. Zach says really great stream yesterday. Thank you. I didn't really have to do much. He gave me an Odie a couple of days ago, and I was like, okay. And apparently he like fitted up for combat and shit. I just put a hacker on it. I was like, alright, I'm going hacking. If you missed it, it was actually super funny because like you can hack at like almost 20 kilometers away. You can hack so far away, but you can still only loot in like melee range. So I'd hack the cans and have to like scoot up to it awkwardly. It was so funny. Zook did something, it showed up in the mail. Yeah, but it didn't drop. should be that if you can hack the ship, you can turn off their modules. Yeah. That would be really like nice game design, is having Ewar modules have secondary things, like a jam as a hacker, for example. 19 km range for hacking sleeper cache can be a great way to avoid blowing up. Yeah, so it's funny, stuff like sleeper, or stuff like ghost sites, for example, that's a proximity-based damage, believe it or not. That's why running away is actually sometimes a better call. But yeah, there's other things where range could be good. But from what there's really nothing that I struggle to do with just normal Astero. Hacking content, it doesn't really get that deep past. The archive is really the only location. You know, honestly, like in the archive, I wonder if the Odysseus would slap in the archive. It is armor though, which is awkward in there. But that range is pretty ridiculous in the archive. That's like the only place where like time is pretty short to get it all done, all 11 boxes. Honestly, the Odysseus would probably slap in the archive. You spend a lot of time closing that last 20 km or 15 km or whatever. But it's just freakishly expensive. Why would you do that over like a 500 mil Tengu or Loki that can just passive tank the whole goddamn thing? Makes no sense. Allow you to do a hockey input. If you buy an Odysseus, you're allowed to do input broadcasting, but only on Odysseus's. Oh, if you buy an Odysseus, you can input broadcast any number of Sisters of Eve ships. Now that would be powerful. You'd have a guy buy like 80 accounts for Asteros. Not understand what drone bunnying is. Get smart bombed, lose all of his drones, quit the game. Cheating license for 100 plex. What's up, Peter? Peter Pumpkin Eater. He's got a pine cone. He's got a pine cone in his hand right there. See that? It's a weapon right there. That right there, it's a weapon. It's got jagged edges. Could be used in violation of our Queen's good law. You need to put the pine cone down. You'd have to get lucky and hope it's an active module. The cost is weird part, 500 million, and a Tech 3 cruiser running a superior site is going to pay for itself in a couple sites worth of blue loot. Yeah, and to be honest, you only really need it for the archive. I mean, you can even try to do the archive with an Astero and just like actually go to the working vessels and stuff. I just don't do that shit. It's crazy. That's crazy bananas. That's crazy behavior. Crazy good behavior. We have kind of slapped this cloud into submission. Wow, can you say that? Am I allowed to say that? This cloud has been... Alright, we're done here. I've done everything in a superior cache except the archive and Minotaur probe. Nice. Nice. Playing fast and loose in the mine room. That's great. Pandemic or death will inspire new blood and ideas. The rise and fall of empires is a tale as old as time. Not America, though. America will be around forever. Xenophon is the Anabasis around 400 BC. He was wandering on the ruins of ancient Nevea. I know those words. Yep. They have letters in them. Nothing much, Peter. How are you? What's going on? I see Test is making a comeback? Nah, you're supposed to ignore Test. It says it right there. It says Test Alliance, please ignore. And people still join it. I don't understand. Like, if you can't even follow simple instructions that are in the title of the alliance, I don't understand what the fuck the point is. This is like a quote from like Stellaris. There's an alien race trying to talk to you. They've agreed not to kill you if you pay. It's like, oh shit. Well, I'm not paying. Reading comprehension not required. True. I want to do a Baldur's Gate 3 run where I just kill everything. How do you ignore an alliance that keeps showing up at AT? I guess I don't understand this. You're talking about like how do you ignore their name? I see. Their brand? Yeah. No, I guess you can't. But like they don't really have the strongest presence out there, aren't they? Like sitting on someone's porch, basically. Frat was it? I don't know. I've seen groups balloon and blow up and regrow and everything in between. People that have been playing for a while definitely kind of like have seen some groups, you know? You often hear super old school players talk about a group called B.O.B., you know? That's like the old school example of something like coming and going that we didn't expect, but there's been countless examples of this. This is almost why Horde it was so impressive. Is like goons have like a cultural glue. Nothing against them; they have great management. They always have, but they also have a cultural glue. Horde somehow like persisted through everything with just like randos in their ranks. It's interesting. Shadow Royals Test Alliance is a trap corp. You get all the not so clever people in there. Wow, rude. So we have general awareness about where they are so they can all play with themselves. Okay. I haven't even thought about B.O.B. in a long time. A band of brothers. Goons and Fraz too big for the game at this point? Yeah. What is too big? Where's that line for you? D-bars. A lot of people know this about me. I was in a corporation alliance, excuse me, called Circle of Two, and it collapsed. Huge alliance. Collapsed. I wonder if Dotland will show me. It only lets me go 6 months at a time. I see. Whack. Whack. Lets me go a couple years at a time. Trying to see if I can pull up a graph, but yeah, here you go. Wow, I found it. Look, this is what happened to my alliance. Here you go, guys. I can't believe I found this. It took a while. So this was my alliance, folks. So for me to look at for me to look at Horde or Test or anything is like, you know, this is what happened to my boys. What happens? We went from 5.5 thousand people to dead in like a single month. Lost all the Saab. Yeah, so basically a group like that is a part of a block, right? And you fight wars, and it just so happens that CO2 was pretty shit at the whole Saab game in terms of long-term implications of what they were doing. Got locked up with goons, lost all their space, got a keep star stolen, and the whole thing just completely and utterly collapsed. What are the black lines? I'm assuming they didn't get data for those days. I don't know. That's pretty cool. I didn't expect to like find a nice graph of yeah, like I'm just trying to level and be like, yeah, look, no shot. Like my shit completely got fucked up as well. Horde obviously is bigger. But like Circle of Two, nobody really expected it to fail until that keep star was flipped and Gigs was banned. Then it's just like lights out. So somebody asked what happened. Yeah, so we lost the war. Someone stole the Keep Star with all the shit inside of it, and then the FC, the main FC slash leader, got permabanned on all those accounts. That's what happened. So interesting times, yeah. It's actually funny how hard this Vitcore got stripped. How fast it feels when I'm streaming. Whenever I find a Vital Core, I just have to turn on my stream easy. RMT character or why the bans? No, Gig got banned because he did a violent threat to somebody. Basically, it's kind of a figure of speech, but he told the guy who stole our Keep Star that he was gonna cut off his hands. You know, my Balkan friends, you take the good with the bad, right? I remember being a noob in like 2016 and 18, making my first expedition in Black Rise. Remember CO2 there? Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, they had that Keep Star where Frat has a Keep Star in Ammo Attack now. Right next to Jitta. Yeah, and then they moved around a little bit. We were in the southeast and Impasse for a while, and then just extincted. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like, him getting banned, it was, like, it felt whack, but that's because, like, he was the leader of the group I was in. We liked him, that's why. But from the outside in, it's pretty clear cut. You probably shouldn't be saying that, especially as a high-profile guy. So, Stream DRB got banned from Twitch, but not Eve, right? He didn't get banned from Eve, right? For whatever he was talking about. Roughing up his friend, or whatever the story was. Anybody know what happened to him? It wasn't just, it was just Twitch, right? What happened to Derby? He's banned from Twitch, I heard. He said he was gonna like beat up somebody that ganked him at FanFest or something. That's like, I don't know if that's true. It's just, you gotta be careful when you're like doing banter, I guess. He roleplayed too. I don't know. I didn't actually see it, but it sounds like it was just a genuine response. He was mad. He was just talking shit. But like, you can't like. People. I'm assuming Twitch knows when someone gets mad and like claps back. But like, it's one thing to say like, "Oh, I'm gonna kick your ass." It's another thing to say like, "Oh, I'm gonna kick your ass at FanFest tomorrow at 9 a.m." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where along that line he went, but I'm assuming that's what happened. I don't know. Twitch is definitely very careful with all that stuff and or heavy-handed depending on your view. But if he's permanently banned for that, it's like, oh, that's a little much. I'd have to watch it though. I really don't know what he said. Maybe he said something crazy like, I'm gonna do something wild to you. You know, who knows? I don't know. He was a chatter of mine too. That's all I know. Never watched his stream too much. Oh, goodness.
Connecting.
Zadeek90, what's up, yo? That's what they do to thieves in some part of the world? Yeah, no doubt, I feel you. But the point is, you know, you can kind of do horseplay with your homies still in these types of situations, but like, you gotta understand the difference between kind of like an actionable threat and one that's just like banter. That's kind of like, you gotta know that. If you don't, you should probably just not even joke around when you're mad. Zedek, how you doing? How's your day? After Amir, I can see why. I don't know who that is. What is that? You want to tell me? I got stuff to learn here. Were there patch notes today? Couple more 2D map tweaks. A new batch of refined resourcer skins. Alright. I mean, I ain't even reading that one out. But I'll allow it. This guy says, did anyone get the free Omega when writing to support? What does that mean? What could that possibly mean? He's talking about that 7 days worth of free Omega. So he missed it and he wants to support and he's wondering if anybody else got it. This is wild. All right, let's investigate. The fuck is this word salad? What the fuck am I even reading? Is this English? Hold on. Oh my god, this man's allergic to punctuation. Well, that's not even true. He's got punctuation in this bitch. There's no periods. Why am I being so aggro? Because look at this. My man woke up and went to Reddit and said, reading it now, I don't see free Omega in it anywhere, but I thought I read it that elsewhere, so I guess I have to be thankful that 3 of my 6 alphas got in fact 1 week of free Omega and the offer for another 1 for 10 plex, while the other 3 alphas got the other offer for the 1 week for 10 plex. Out of the 6 alphas, only 1 had been Omega before, so that cannot be the reason for the inconsistency. What the fuck are you saying? What are you saying? Rephrase that. Run that back. What are you saying, sir? Jesus Christ, what is it? What are the comments? Apparently they can understand it. Everybody else can read this guy's fucking ancient runes except me. I have no idea what he even means. Yeah, so this dude, I stole his gas after he cleared it, and then I sent him 150 mil. And then later that day, I killed one of his court mates. Feels baited, man. Anyway, sorry to out him on stream like that. CCP says screw it. Quitting Eve giveaway. Hi all. I've been away for the game for some time now, and I just decided I won't be coming back. I'm not sure how much ISK I have, but I know it's around 50 billion or so. I would give away my characters too, but I do believe that is against the rules, so I won't be doing that. This will be done quickly, as I don't want to drag this on. Let me know why I should give it to you. Ooh. Alright, hold on. Before I look at the existing answers, let me come up with my answer. You should give me all 50 billion ISK and give none to anybody else because... I got a fat ass and... That's it. That's all I need. Keep it. Return in 5 years. Thank me later. Give it to the first person you come across filling a noob ship. No, give it to me, dude. What are you? These people are idiots. Give it to Eve Scout. I will double it, then send it to someone that'll double it again. You can give away the characters. This is boring. There's not a bunch of people begging. I want the hold on, start by controversial. Where is it? What the fuck is this styling? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Block it. Block the whole thing. There we go. Done. Alright. Some guy says, I'll put it to good use. If you got a Ray, I love it. They're not even putting their in-game names. I'm gonna put my name as Squiz Caffeinator and say, I need money because I'm poor. Most RE posters are bitter vets with enough ISK anyway. Hmm. 167 comments on the carrier rework done post. Oh shit, look at this post. Oh, jackpot, chat. Jackpot. I found it. I found the post. Tutamaru, how are you, buddy? I'm not even ready for this yet, but I will be. We got a little carrier rework banter. The carrier rework seems shit, really? Laura seemed to be super fan of it. I conceded to him that the cost was long overdue, but we need some type of combat carrier that shines for cheap. Somehow. I don't care what we have to do. No, but seriously, why the fuck would you go to a random thread and write a begging post for a fucking guy's stack of money in a video game? Maybe you guys have commented there. Maybe it's worth it, like a lottery thing, maybe. It just feels degrading. He's like, he hasn't even proved he has the money. He's just like, beg for me, plebs, you know? It's like weird. It sounds like it's goodwill, but I'm not sure, is it? Maybe. There's my YouTube chat. I was looking for you. Looking for you, YouTube chat. CCP didn't say the rework were done, didn't say it was incremental. Yeah, but they distinctly are going off to the side of utility for that entire class. Which I just feel like maybe at one point we'll get to fork it back into combat, is my idea. I avoid Reddit like the plague. Yeah, I only bust it open for stream. I scroll Lemmy even though it's, you know, garbage. But I can get that kind of fixation whenever I'm like going to bed or whatever. I can't do Reddit, obviously. It's in such a crazy state now. Sounds like all the dates I'm on, I'm begging, they don't show me shit. Alright, boomer humor. Alright, respect. I wonder if anybody in my chat's gonna get an antenna. Do you think it would help carriers if they could produce fighters on ship? Like a fucking... like in StarCraft? Yes, that would be sick. Get rid of all fighters, get rid of all fighter costs, and just have them produce fighters on a cooldown. Yes, yes. Chloro, Manuba, Huffing, can you perch on a vast core reservoir? Sure can. Hey, Paolo. Pump Die says, been watching your series again as I clean the house. This giving of thanks day. I'm also wondering how you swap between your character screens so fast. It's a combination of juice, necromancy, and magical spells I've been working on for a long time. No, if you're on Windows, you're gonna want to look up Evo Preview. It's called this. And the idea is, you kind of put your windows on top of each other and then use a program to switch between them. I'm on Linux, so it's way different than anything I could set you up for on Windows, but I was obviously on Windows for like decades, so. Paolo, hope you have an awesome day, mister. You can perch just about anything. Evo Preview is goated. Instead of hotkeys to switch between the clients. True, yeah, Evo Preview kind of takes care of it. There's a EVX Preview as well, fork and stuff like that. But for Windows, Evo is kind of a one-stop shop. I have zero idea how to make a keybind on to which screens on Evo. Yeah, you have to go into the JSON config file and just add your character and then like type the keybind. If it's like F1, type F1. It's actually in the repo. On the README, there's like an example of how to do it. It's a little bit complicated for people that are used to GUIs, I suppose, but you're literally just editing text. Not too bad. I'm literally not on Windows, so all I can do is like show you from afar. Evo doesn't work for me. It's in the README here. Let me show you just two seconds. I don't even have to get into it for this one. But just to show you where to look, on the Evo Preview repo, if you scroll down, check this out. Scroll way down here, hotkey setup. You basically are just entering your character name in this JSON. There's a file that ends in .json. It tells you where to get it somewhere in here. You're just gonna edit that and like add these lines like that. Just pay attention to this comma, right? Pay attention to this setup. Commas on all lines except the last. Just and then add your dudes and then that's it. So the keybinds themselves would be just read more for it, that's all. You can literally, it's actually just reading the name of the key like that. That's crazy. Anyway. Yeah, so the JSON thing generally is you put commas between, it's a delineator for that level of the data structure. The last one's not required. Usually, like, I think most programs will just remove it for you. I don't actually know if it's problematic if you leave it in, but... Liquid, welcome to the stream. Do they benefit gas huffing? Only one really benefits us, and that is the cycle timer. So they actually do. But bonuses on ships that say mining don't affect gas, right? It's really confusing. But this boost right here, laser optimization, reduces the cycle time on scoops. Retsuya, welcome. My hair gets stiff and rises on its own. Fascinating. And or ick. Depending on what you're talking about. They're nice enough to use JSON, not something easy to mess up like YAML. It's true. Evo should just have a GUI for that by now, but it's just probably like 2 guys. It's forked at this point. Chloro software. Chloro codes. I was just talking to a guy today on the Linux Discord, the Evo on Linux Discord. He was using my switching script and having some issues with it. You know, I didn't really mince words. I was like, well, you know, you didn't really read the README very well because, you know, you're out of scope. But he was nice, and I figured out, he basically just needs, like, even less functionality than what I coded. He just needs to, like, lock his characters to the clients. So I'm going to help him maybe come up with some simpler, graceful solution for it. If nicotine gets targeted switching, then I'll just point him to that. There's 2 types of switchers, targeted and cycled. There are some people that click thumbnails too. Retsuya said, what's up with Eve today? Chillin'. Just doing some collection. We're out here exterminating this vital core reservoir. Pretty close to killing it. What command burst are you using? It's mining laser speed increase, I guess you could call it. Cycle time reduction. And then it's 2 skirmish links, speed and inertia. Because we have to, unfortunately, deal with these rats. Can't outrun these. They have a long range. You can, of course, perch it, but perching on stream is a pretty bad idea. For reasons I may probably not need to elaborate on. Just having a chill stream today. Probably wasn't even planning on streaming today. But you know.
Autopilot disabled. Waypoint reached.
Funko with the prime. Thank you. Gracias. Muchos gracias. It's kind of you. Why am I getting so many subs today? Thanksgiving, that's right. Using a skirmish, so I'm guessing line scripts. Yeah.
Autopilot disabled. Waypoint
Central
reached.
guard with the prime too? Gosh darn. Yo, this guy was on YouTube a second ago. Now he's over here giving primes. Thanks, bud. Too kind. You guys are definitely spoiling me today.
Connecting.
Box with a follow. What's up, G? Even though I don't like Twitch quite as much. Yeah, I just don't have the real estate to pull both up, sadly. I do check YouTube a lot, though. Sometimes I ignore it. Thank you for the subs, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're too kind, you're too kind. Too kind. You triple monitor? Well, sir, I'll have you know. 3 monitors. Yeah, I use 4 monitors. Now each monitor is extremely small. So maybe I'm not winning, but just play it. You only get so many actually moments in life. You gotta take them all relentlessly. How often do you do the dailies? I never do dailies. In fact, I don't even think I've ever done a daily. Except by accident. Collect the monthly SP. Which is the monthly SP? Sometimes I grab the SP from the store. Have you ever tried 1440p? No. My thought process for why... Are you asking me, like, have I ever seen it? Or do I want it for this setup? Because, like, my vision already sucks, G. 1080p is plenty for me. On a bigger monitor, sure. These are, like, small monitors. Gotcha. Usually my Spotify space. Shit. Shit. Damn, time is flying. What the hell is going on here, chat? What's going on here, Chatterino? Goodbye, prospects. Fly free, my friends. Fly into the distance, my friends. Can I get a refund for those packets you dropped? Oh, fuck. Oh no, I slipped another 500 out the door. Everybody refresh your don't refresh your streams because then you'll do pre-rolls. If you're subscribed to the channel, refresh your stream. Got you. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, mamma mia. See, I'm thinking ahead. Thanks for letting me know I dropped some more packets. The packet loss is like, you know, it's like a fun little surprise these days. It's not like a consistent, like, torrential downpour of depression and pain like it once was. It's like every once in a while it reminds me of what could be, forcefully. Which, you know, you could argue is fucked up. I don't think so. I think it's great. I love being terrorized by the threat of what could happen. Bad Bunny, what's up? Welcome to the stream. How the Outrider behaves? As good as you anticipated? No, it's way better than I mean, it's better than I had ever asked for or hoped. For sure. Yep. It's really good. It increased my amount of gas I get by 20% just by switching out the magas for the Outrider.
Evangor GF975 says, "What's up, bananas?"
Hey, it's good, slamming. Banana slammer jam.
Drive active. Drive active.
Pretty far on that one. Let's see how this goes. Hola, muchacho. Hola, guapo. What's up, Joe? How you doing? Como estas? Je maple. Chlorokin. Not gonna tie much? Yeah, no doubt. Enjoy the lurk, bro. I want to do one of those streams with you sometime too. We don't have to do language stuff if you don't want. We can just chill. Not now, but sometime in the future. You hit me up if you're down. You too could save 20% more on gas by switching to the Outrider. Call now or click to get in touch with an agent and see how huffing the chloro way can save you too. Damn, I was that close. Almost had it. I was almost smooth for a day. Anyone want Abyss BPCs? No, I don't want more blueprints. Colette says, finding a C5 hole before morning caffeine kicks in feels like a trap. Finding a C5 hole? What do you need a C5 hole for? What are you doing in that C5, young man? I got 2 32s and a 34. There you go. Yeah, that'll do it. I usually use 3, but, you know, I steal my girlfriend's monitor when she's not here. Excuse me. I'm thankful for the ISP neckbeard that came to the rescue. Yeah, that was touching. That was touching. Dude really did it. He really fixed the thing. I'm happy. Holly Oak, what's up? Says huff huff. You know, I prefer scooping because huffing could be construed as doing drugs, and I don't want to encourage the youth to do drugs unless those drugs are like, you know, normal stuff like cannabis or whatever, caffeine or psilocybin or something. All right, so carrier rework done. Fantastic. Let's read this probably completely incoherent wall of rage. Mahoninator says, stop, you have violated the law. Alright, here we go. Oh, fuck. So this guy, or girl, says, carrier rework done. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. 4 question marks! That is a fucking crazy amount of question marks. First sentence says, so, CCP, are you done with the carrier rework? Question mark, question mark, question mark. This person is extremely antsy. He continues, we have begged for over 2 years to please fix carriers in the shit show called fighters, and is this all you are going to do? Question mark, period. Line break. So you ignored the main problems of below. Parenthetical, I feel the below are big. Fighter HP, they are weak AF and defanged so fast. IQ. Rather use drones over them, aka make them auto-orbit after they kill. He's talking about drone behavior. Application, they can't hit anything smaller than battleships for shit yet. Small guns on scrap do full damage. Cost of fighters, so expensive for no reason. And don't forget those faction fighters they added, which cost a shitload more for a slight buff. Paper fighter is still a paper fighter, period. I mean, he's not wrong. These are all like actually statements that are based in fact. So let's see what he's got cooking under this. He says, it's nice they got sharper visual upgrade, fighter takeoff land animation, parenthetical cue to watch a few times with extended support tube and extended suitcase capability. Cheaper build is good, but let's not pretend they could have made this change much sooner. Oof, we got could have. Oof. But, and I can't stress this enough, but, is this CCP question mark? If you want them to be a space taxi, is this it, CCP? If you want them to be a space taxi or overpriced buff bot, so many cheaper and better options if you want buffs, then just call it and refund us all the wasted fighter SP, please. Plenty of people have given well thought out changes on Reddit, like give carriers a built-in fighter builder over the last 2 years. Please buff them so they can be great ratting option again, or undo the fucking stupid AI drone fighter patch. Do we need to wait another 2 years of you ignoring the carrier threat? I see caps lock coming up and I'm already cracking up. Do we need to wait another 2 years of you ignoring the carrier threads for the next carrier rework? Then he says in all caps, to the people who keep talking up the old meta of carriers stomping, the meta has changed and they do not have a built-in signer like back then, which was half the problem. I mean, like, You know, like, the analysis is, like, all objectively pretty true. I thought that this was going to be a lot more delusional based on the formatting. So, like, I mean, I agree with the message. Is like, we really do want a fighting carrier, please. We really want that. Can we find a way to make that happen as a community over time with the developers? But this message is like, dude, fuck you, fuck them, fuck carriers. This message is a little bit, it's a little bit aggressive. But 167 comments. Let's see what the top comment is. This person says, playing both sides, CCP did say they'll watch how the community reacts to the changes, stating they'll add more if the results they hope for don't happen. Same time, CCP is more scared of carriers going back to Skynetting, Sentry, Blob, and the 2016-2017 days when support and space superiority fighters were first introduced. It feels like they dug themselves into a hole they can't dig out of, so they're going sideways till they hit sunlight. Yeah, I mean, what do you do when you have a class of ship that's terribly important to the overall imagination of the game, but you just can't balance it? The solution here has been, over the years, kind of try to repurpose it a few times, try to rework it, and then finally just make it into a utility boat. Reddit's cheaper than a therapist. True. Would be sick to pay for a ride to Nullsag. Yeah, I mean, like, everybody's got ideas for this, right? And I'm sure they're all good, you know? Let me close that blind real fast so I don't get sunbeamed. But it's CCB who's got to want to make it a fighter and deal with the balance implications. I like the utility carrier. I just think we also need a fighting carrier. You know, I like the idea of bringing a couple utility carriers with your other carriers, you know? There we go, chat. Now it's nice and dark in this B. It's too dark, actually. It's too dark, we turn the light on. Oh my god. I bet you have a ton of rewards banked for moving around and huffing. Oh, you mean those things? The things that piss me off because I can't turn them off? These. Oh yeah, I try to claim these because they just annoy me. Opportunity rewards. Yeah, I do those, I guess. So yeah, what do you do? Like, listen, at this point, I think it's fine. Don't waste all the development time you spent on making the utility character, or a carrier. Just understand we need a carrier. Somehow. We need a drone boat that exists between a Dominix and a super capital that we can use to fight people with. That's a fair sentence. Is it fair to say the Fax kind of took over the role as a carrier and a healing cap? Well, yeah, I mean, Fax, it used to be a legit carrier. And they split it off. I imagine, if anything, if they ever do decide to focus the carrier back on damage, they're going to split the utility one off again into another class, which would be kind of cool. Capsock is the cruise control for cool. 10 drones on the Guardian of Exer. Yeah, that's good for the server. Damn, I gotta go pee. But I'm on a gas cloud. What should I do? What would Yodik do? Yodik would go pee. I'm going pee. What's up, Musu? Excuse me. What's up, crispy chicken? Someone says bottle. Ew. 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 Oh no. Oh no, the rats are after me. Holy shit, I leave for 5 seconds and these rats start shooting me. What are the chances? Oh, yeah, give me a haircut. Good to see y'all. Hollyoak says just use the window. That's gross. Let's be hygienic now, folks. Let's not be Tournament Magic the Gathering players. Duct tape time, what's up? Welcome. Daco, yeah, no doubt. Control guard says from the window to the wall. From the window to the Linux. Alright, sorry, I'm gonna stop. You know what I've kind of learned is like, I don't really like, you know what I want? I want more people to use Windows 11. I want people to suffer. I'm going evil Linux now. I'm switching, I'm turning a new leaf. I want more people. I'm gonna make a Windows 11 guide. How to switch from Linux to Windows 11. I'm doing it. Could you fucking imagine? Central Card, I love it, bro. I'm not gonna read it out loud, but I love it. Good job. The whole bit about sweats and sweat dripping down our kernel, can't do it. Oh yeah, I read it. Joe says happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, mister. Are you eating any turkey at all? Heek, what's up? How you doing? I'm cruel? Who, me? No. What? I'm cruel. You guys know for like a year I've said hello and goodbye to like every chatter that shows up here? How deranged is that? Like at some point you gotta stop. But I won't stop. Can't stop. Cannot stop. Mujirana says it's only polite. You're polite. Doltres says I thought I was special. You're not. Nah. You're just another brick in the wall. That's why I gave you that brick in the wall emote. Or icon. Holy smokes, only 1,000 units left in this cloud, folks. Holy smokes, folks. Never stop, never stopping. Amen. I'm pretty charged up to do some blobs this weekend. I would really like to set a goal, obviously, to, you know, we can talk about the Poco stuff, gravy. The wormhole stuff is always second priority. I want to get something that's not an Ishtar this weekend. I don't care what I have to do it. I'm gonna do it. I might take you guys on a trip into Goon space to do it. Don't tell goons, though. Wait, any goons in chat? If you're a goon in chat, you have to tell me that's what the law says. That's what your policy says in your parish. You have to tell me. All right, you have to. I do be gooning. All right, Terminators are going. Shit. Joe says I'm special. You are. I'm in Goomstorm. Oh, nothing. I just. Who's your dumbest ratter that would rat in like a? Let's go with. Like a typhoon. That's a nice one. Do you have any typhoon ratters? Because I'd like to kill them this weekend. You're in Eve Uni? Oh shit. Any goons gotta log off chat now? Goodbye. Goodbye. Dude, I want like AOL America Online notifications on my Twitch. Fuck. There's so many cool like themes I could be doing, but like setting up your Twitch notifications is like it's like a self root canal. I hope we don't, but probably out there. Dude, what do you mean one? You can't afford one typhoon for my corporation's fun? Not even if I asked nicely? Oh, come on. Don't be greedy. Imperium gang here. Goonstorm fleet didn't accept our application. Imperium gang here. Who you with? Who you with? Can I see you please throw up your set, sir? You hate dentists too? I don't think I hate dentists. But it is one of those industries that, you know, you got to be extra scrutinous because there's a lot of unscrupulous people out there. You're a dentist? Nice. You're trying to get me to say I hate dentists? Damn, dude. Not quite. My root canal I had was actually really just like not bad at all, even though she was honestly pretty new at it. I mean, I don't know why you'd hate the dentist. You might hate like the the business practices of the industry. You might hate the actual operations, but like I don't know. I don't know if I hate an average dentist. Like I know this is gonna be controversial. I don't really care though, but like it's not like chiropractic. This is like a real thing we need. I miss my dentist, they're funny. I'm planning on sticking small tadpoles in my mouth when my teeth fall out and using them as teeth. I learned it in Baldur's Gate 3. I'm suspicious of anyone who decides what they want to do with their life is look at other people's mouths. I don't even think it's not like, I know you're joking, but like, you know, I don't think that's really how doctors do it. They don't really want to look at people's mouths. They just are interested in like that anatomy and like troubleshooting it or whatever, probably. Vor enthusiast. I know what that is, and I hate that you said that. And I hate that I know what that is too. I'm mad now. You punked me. He comes in here, drops a prime, and punks me. I'm just mad now. I'm stunlocked for 5 minutes, chat. Goodbye. Don't tell this guy about a podiatrist. It's usually we want to help out. Medicine is too many stuff to memorize. Like we like working with our hands. Oh, okay, okay. I'm just thinking compared to any specialist. I mean, a dentist is essentially just a specialist of the mouth health, it seems to me. I love proctologist, says the demo. Wow. Fair enough. I guess I would just ask you to try to be professional in the office and not be too excited for him or her. Learn a lot about medicine too. I mean, you almost have to by nature. You're doing like microsurgeries and stuff. I'm not even sure what you would call that. It's like a tangential industry to like overall medicine. Yeah, I don't know shit. I do know that I could probably use a visit, but I take care of my teeth these days, which is great. Which is fantastic. I still have them all. Which is cool. I didn't pull any out with my pliers when I was asleep or anything. Medicine through osmosis. Whatever Oprah Winfrey says, that's what I call medicine. Alright. I don't have healthcare, I don't have a doctor, I have Oprah. This is another Oprah ad, SMH. I switched those keybinds so it would be less obtuse, and now it's like... Now I'm just used to them the other way. We have no rearranger complainers today, not a single one. Nobody's commenting. Good. Good. Every time I move a piece of furniture 1 inch, someone's like, huh, something's changed. It's like fucking caveman SpongeBob. Gotta be a little careful here. Gotta be quick to catch it. Beep boop. Got him. No casualties. Got him, coach. Got him. Got him. What do people say? Got him. Why is the cat couch gone? Because it was like taking up mad space there, I guess. And we finished Baldur's Gate. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Now you're obtuse. I'm just gonna keep saying obtuse in places that don't call for it until people call me out. Few things I like more than a cold Dr. Pepper after a long day in the sun. Yeah, give me one of those cold ones. Pass me a Dr. Pepper. Give me the pepper. Babe, pass me a Dr. P. You want a Mr. Pip? No, I said Dr. P today. I'm feeling fancy. You want a Dr. Bob? No, no, babe. Dr. Pepper. She goes through every single knockoff. He just like goes into an existential crisis. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's tough out here as a Dr. Pepper enjoyer, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. And that dog of mine. Just give me a couple seconds here. What I'm doing right now, I'm actually doing some alchemy. You guys ever do alchemy before? I learned about it in this show called Full Metal Alchemist, which is a documentary about Edward the squid from SpongeBob. Can you tell I'm stalling for time? Or is that like not translucent enough? If someone handed me a Dr. Thunder, I'd no longer be their friend. Dr. Thunder. So you would break up with your homie over a Dr. Thunder? Alright. I would probably drink the Dr. Thunder, dude. I'm not even like on your case about it. I'm just admitting I would drink it. I would probably slam the Dr. Thunder. AT Alien, how you doing, dude? Any tool for Eve that helps you decide what to do in the game? I've not heard of one, but maybe you can just chat about us. What have you tried and you don't like? Tell me something you don't like, and maybe I can work with you. I don't know any like roulette nonsense like that though. What do I look like? What do I look like you? I don't like dying to drifters when I leave a drifter wormhole. Okay. Yeah. So drifter wormholes are out. Good. Those places suck. You ever been in a corporation before? Or you been solo? You've been riding solo? Not since the before times, currently solo. Alright. You have any thoughts on a corp? I mean, that's the easy answer, is just do a little corp hopping for like a week or two, 3 weeks even. Do like 2-3 weeks. I mean, the amount of content you're going to be exposed to will be like extreme comparatively. But if you want to just keep running solo, I mean, lots of stuff to do. Like, I don't know, you want to do a little nomad adventure? Nothing stopping you from going out there and doing your own wormhole stuff. I do want a corp hop, says Turtonator, yeah. No, good thing your CEO's in chat right now, so smooth moves, sailor. No, I'm just kidding. He's not here. But I will snitch on you. Because I have no morals. And I hate my friends. In the movies, when someone snitches, it's always like they know right away that they've been snitched on. In reality, it's like you find out later. Should happen for a reason. Blackish Pariah said, I've been gaffs huffing a lot lately, but need 2 months of skills before I can use Outrider. 2 months, yeah, it's a decent train. You also probably want to have a little bit in the way of actual, you know, backup skills for it as well. Right? Like, you don't want to just use it raw because the bonuses won't be so crispy. What ship is that, chat? Is it a Noctis? I can't tell. No, that's a Thanatos? Maybe? Not sure. Just saw the first episode of your Nomad Tale series. Pretty cool idea to create your own adventure that way. Yeah, no doubt. What's up, Fire? I'm glad you enjoyed it. That was quite some time ago. I guess to watch me live would be quite a gap in the progression there. Hope you're well. You have great backup skills. You need to train the actual ship. Okay. So you'd want like Command Destroyer 4. You have that. Yeah, if you have all that, yeah, just keep working at it. Outrider's not a rush me ship. Odysseus kind of makes sense. It's really flashy. Everybody loves that, right? Cute title. Happy Thanksgiving. What's up, Blue Gray? How you doing? Wait, what's my title? It says Outrider versus Fullerites. So yeah, the whole idea with carriers is like, I think honestly, like, there's like 4 ways this could go. They could do nothing and just leave everything as is for the next 10 years. They could revert the changes and make it more into a fighting force and try to balance its damage somehow. That's 2. They could do some changes in the sense that they could fork it again and make a fighter variant, right? Yeah, I don't even remember what the 4th thing is, but there's probably a 4th thing. So they could do a million things. They could, like, it's their game. There's 1,000 directions they could go with this, but I'm leaning heavily towards, like, it seems like they're just going to keep making it into utility, and I don't know if there's ever going to be a ship that kind of bridges that gap between your battleship level drone fantasy and a super carrier at this point. Anyone got corp suggestions for PvP and wormhole stuff? Yeah, I mean, there's really a lot. I'll let chat kick some around. But if you guys want to throw your corp out there, tell them why. It just depends. Like, you know, do you want to like whip some ass? You want to learn about the game? Like, you want to like grow? Because like even you can't go wrong with that even today. If you want to just like learn a bit. Daco Trilar says, you think it's important for carriers to be able to send fighters off grid? Seems hard to balance damage on a ship which can project to the whole system. Well, I mean, they used to be able to do that a long time ago, but not anymore. I mean, you can have them really far away. Technically off grid, but you still have to like have that grid dragged or whatever. Unless I misunderstand the current mechanics. So I'd say it's, you know, you don't want to have something where the fighters are warping around. Yeah, back in the day, like a long time ago, the fighters, you could like assist them to people and have them warp around the system with them. Like drones that would warp with you kind of deal. That was long before my time when I would hit capital level. But the fighters, to my understanding, they can go very far as long as you can still see them. So I'd say like the whole warping around the system is busted as shit and definitely needs to be balanced very carefully if it's ever implemented again. Grids are tiny. Yeah, they're 8K now, but you can always stretch the grid and, you know, it could be the case to where you might just be able to send the damn fighters at it as long as you can click it. I'm not sure. I haven't played with them in many, many, many moons. eVuni is always something worth implementing or putting an app into or joining them. You could always just, you know, join a bigger group as well. They have lots and lots of opportunities. If you haven't joined like a big group, you might want to try that and knock that off the bucket list. I would say like a good group maybe to consider if you want to try more nullsec style would be Initiative. I'd recommend them personally based on what I see out there. Wormhole stuff, plenty of groups, yeah. I'm sure I could probably dig up some actual corporations that are new player friendly in JSpace. Uses his back then good Rotani. About time for me to start cooking. What are you making for us? You making us some turkey? Palos is in, it's huge now. They got loads of people from Horde. Oh yeah, did they? Did they balloon up? We should look at that. I don't have the fucking thing bookmarked. Is it the Initiative? God damn it. This is it, right? Yeah, look at this bump. Boop. They just picked up like 4,000 people in like a couple days. That's a lot of people. How many skill points is considered a new play? I don't know, man. Skill points is one way to measure progress, but it's not a great way. You can inject, right? Day one. But I'd say most people tend to kind of come out of their shell in like the 10 to 50 SP, million SP range. Before that, for a lot of people, they're still learning a lot, but it's really, really bad barometer for progress. I'd say when you start feeling yourself and get a little confidence, maybe whipping someone else's ass for a change, you know, you're probably past that new player point. Here I am at 100 mil still learning shit. Precisely. What's up, Johnny? Rob says, ever see videos from that guy Toxic? Put a Scythe Fleet issue yeet vid. No, but he's raided me before. I think I've raided him. Somebody said to do a stream with him sometime. I'm not sure. I don't know him yet. Chillin'. So yeah, we're gonna see like a million different ideas, but yeah, Horde Dreads don't make any freaking sense. Horde Dreads need to be removed. Like, just get rid of that. Why do they even have that ability? I'm sorry, I hate it. That would at least open up some room. Music was on point. Yeah. Over on his stream. People are mad.
Connecting.
My family took off, so I'm dog sitting this weekend with 2 older wiener dogs. Wiener dogs. That's cool. I hope the dogs have a good weekend. I hope you have a nice chill one. You're welcome to hang out with me, of course. Just YouTube vids? Got it. Big Horde Dread hater, says Paolo. Yeah, why are they even a thing? Why would we not give carriers that exact role? That's a crazy ad. I don't even know how to describe that. I wonder if there's a specific wormhole corp recruitment place. Nah, not really. I mean, like, for real, you could probably still come here. It's like unironically still crazy active. There's a lot of posts recently. A lot of bumping, obviously. You should probably come here, AT Alien, to this forum and just like apply to all these that look interesting and just take the first one you like. Wormhole AU time zone. Wow. Yeah, it's like all of these posts here so far are just like bumped today, so they must be interested in recruiting still. Pretty shocking. Palace is nothing worse than when a fight gets going, it looks like Super's fun grid, then boom, unfightable subcap meat grinder. I mean, that's how a lot of people feel precisely about the Vargar pre-nerf, right? You mouse over your core pad for a sec there? Uh-oh. My bad. I've blessed you with the mouse here. Here, hold on. I'll bless everybody with the fat mouse. Wait, let me grow it. Wait. Wait. I'll get there. Wait, it's cold out. Stop. Alright, now I'm blessing everybody with the mouse. Yes. Yes, my children. Grow. Flourish. Me and my 9 mil. Well, because I watched the best YouTube Twitch creator in the game, my IRL knowledge and skill is a lot higher than my SP and Toon Life suggests. You're banned from glazing. You're banned. Now the Mirage are less broken, tries to become more common. Got it. Yeah, I guess I'm not like in a position to see him popped out there. Undead's here. What's up, G? Speaking of colored bushes, he's got that pink bush. I don't know, I'm hiding. I'm hiding my power level once again. Sup, dude? Sup? Yeah, I mean, this, I guess I took this as common knowledge, but yeah, this is still heavily used, so yeah, plenty of things to choose from. I'd say kind of assume they're all like goofy and they're all like, you know, trying to just have you work for nothing and help them, but you could probably carve your way in here. Pay close attention, ATLM, to like how you feel about it. Remember, like the only thing that matters is how you feel about these places, right? It's not like your work where like you gotta work, so you gotta take a job. You don't gotta join these knuckleheads. Don't ever feel like you got to, but there's probably some cool people out here. So anyway, good luck with it. Let me know if you ever join a corp. Yeah. Undead subscribed. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I meant Laura. Well, technically what was funny, Mahone, is I actually knew you were going to do that. That's why I said, run that back. That's why I said, be careful glazing, chill in the glazing. I didn't even say for me. I kept it vague because I knew you're going to punk me with the Laura line. Yo, run that back. Seriously. Fucking 90 checkers. No, no doubt. No. Jokes. Undead, appreciate you, Kane. What are you doing? You trying to blob some people this weekend? How's Wormhole life been last year? Are Astra still evicted left, right, all over? I mean, I'm not really sure. I don't have any reason to believe that there's extra evictions going on, but maybe. Nike, what's up? I need like a powerful bracelet made out of like I want it to be made out of like polished concrete. Yes, it'll crack and crumble probably instantly the second I put it on. but I bet a nice polished concrete bracelet would establish how powerful I am to the common folk. Might be heavy though. What's up, C Tom? Blackheart says mentality I don't understand are the people that join a big corp and complain about but never leave it. This game is huge, yeah. I suppose if nothing else, that's something I've helped a bunch of people understand is you can do whatever you want. Lots of content creators also helping people understand that, but that's kind of like the one thing I've kind of put out there is the whole inspiration aspect. Coffee grinder bracelets, that's smart. See, Tom, how's your day? You had a solid iron candle holder you use as a bracelet. That's kind of lit. I guess I don't necessarily need it to be masculine, but I kind of want it to be. I want it to be something that can break extremely easily. Like a porcelain, you know? Like a thin porcelain bracelet. I want to flex on people with how careful I am with my bracelet. I guess it doesn't have to be a bracelet. It can be like a ring too. A porcelain ring. Just made out of the daintiest porcelain. I'll be like a duke. Alright, I'm kind of on fire with these. Hide your ears. I'm doing an evil. Good luck me. Wait, I gotta hide this. And YouTube. I gotta hide you nerds because you just accused me of hacking. Okay, it's medium. What the fuck does yellow class mean? Oh, does that mean like it's like Navy logistics strategic? Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go for an Amar Logi Cruiser. That should check some boxes here. That's gonna be Guardian, maybe? Okay. Alright. So it's Amar, Tech 2, Cruiser, not logistic or base cruiser, medium, non-logistics. Okay. Alright. So this is gonna be... This is gonna be Devoter, maybe? Oh my god. I pulled a Pyrus off her, guys. I used my phone to look it up. Get wrecked. I think actually the truth is that I'm just a god at Evil. I don't even want to hear it. See, Tom says rigged. I don't even know tackle was a roll. I don't understand this yet. I still don't get the rolls. But I've learned how to narrow down the faction and the class pretty good by now. And I got hella lucky with my second guess. I got lucky with my first guess. This was just a perfect run. You're looking for a corp or looking for members? There's a feller in here looking for something new. I didn't really know where to point him exactly, so I pointed him to the forums. What's up? How are you? Undead comes, drops an orbital strikes, and leaves. But you can't do that twice in a row. We'd have to wait for tomorrow, right? I don't know if I probably lost one Eve though, right? Usually I get it on like the guess 5 or something. Sometimes 6. I've just been going crazy lately. There's no way to prove I'm not cheating, so I don't take it too seriously, but I've never cheated. I've just been trying to what's the phrase? Get better at the silliness. You'd be a choice. I don't know my ships that well. I suppose,
Autopilot
yeah.
disabled. Waypoint
Well, I have to
reached.
look up ships a lot. Like, I never remember what factions Mordu are. Glenn coming with the prime. 8-month streak. The silky smooth. I hope you're having some good food, mister. Thank you. Too kind. Too kind. Yeah, I suppose ship knowledge helps a lot with this. But I bet you there's like people, streamers, non-streamers, just people that do this that can do it on by guest 3 pretty reliably. My thought is that guest 3 is probably par for people that take this seriously. I have no idea though. I've never seen anybody else do this because I just play the game. I don't watch anything because I'm a weirdo. You lost twice so far? Tech 1 hauler. One was a vanquisher. Is that a faction titan? What is that? I've needed your voice. I have downloaded the Nomad series for my next surgery next month. Nice. Nice. Good man. Good man. After your surgery, I'll send you like a CD with all of a Nomad tail on it. I'll sign it for you. A little memento. Vanquisher is the Serpentis super. Oh, okay. Is it? He says that'd be hot, yeah. Well, you have some work to do, young man. Surviving your evil doctors. And after that, we'll give you a nice treat. We're not making no wishes here. We're just gonna hook you up. Evil. Fantastic, honestly, fantastic minigame. The other part, the hole identifier, it's like too close to what I was doing before. It makes me not want to do silhouettes, but, you know. It is kind of cool. I'm glad they did that. My plans after a rehab, I'm going to run a 5K. Legend. Rifter rework done. Someone said this was a meme post. Oh, this is a meme post based on the carrier post. It's extra punctuated. Wait, this person said if a drinking bird toy pushes the compress key, is that botting? Chat. Before we go in here, for people that haven't already read this, if you use a drinking bird toy that, you know, kind of tries to conserve the energy and tap, if you use that to compress, is that botting? Yes or no? Well, you can elaborate. I know the answer. I'm wondering, do you? It's Homer Simpson level of genius, but not botting. It's not a bot. Someone says it's animation. Okay. Imagine you get banned for your bird toy and the GM's like, you're banned. You're like, well, it's animation. It's like, wait, hold on, wait. Have I coded drinking bird do the same thing as it hitting? All right, so it's obviously against TOS, right? It's not botting because botting is like a software solution, right? It's essentially a machine that's automating a process for you, which in end does the same nonsense, right? So here's another question. Here's another hypothetical for you, right? What if you have a pet bird that pushes the spacebar button for you for compress? Just erratically, whenever you snap your fingers, it pushes the spacebar for you. Is that against TOS? You have a pet bird pushing your compress button. Is that against TOS? Someone says account sharing, which is fantastic. Is that account sharing? You have 3 kids? If I buy a robot arm and program it to hit the key, is that botting? Interesting. Not if it's a parrot. Well, it could be a budgie, it could be a parrot, it could be a macaw, it could be a turkey. Of course not. So hypothetically, if you had a chat, it says no, it's not against toss. So if you had a farm of birds and you just had them all pushing buttons for you, you could run an Ishtar spin farm. Just get a kid. Well, the truth is that using your kid to use your account is technically against toss if we're being rules lawyers, right? I mean, I'm not gonna tell anybody, but we're thinking around the actual letter of the law here. That's where it starts being a broadcast. It's a genetic broadcast. Fish, I think if Fish and Gravy are talking about like a cybernetic arm or a prosthetic, I think if it's an accessibility concern, they just write an exception for you if you talk to them. That would be generally how I would assume it. Maybe. Hopefully. It's a shared account with a friend. What's up, Almoxy? I think OSRS is the only game that allows account sharing, which is weird. My cat accidentally writes for fan in a game. Do I get banned? Interesting. Interesting, Rob. So the moral dilemma is if you use a machine to automate your computer, that's against toss. Even if that machine is something like a water bird. If you have an animal do it, like a bird that you've trained to do it, is that against toss? My understanding is no. If you train a pet bird to use your keyboard, that's neither account sharing nor is that against toss. You heard it here first. I am personally condoning use of a pet bird to automate your gameplay. What's up, Rizio? What's up, Galgi? Is it picking that post? It's hilarious. All right, let's take a look. Yep. Here you go. We should have had this in the background. Yeah, so this, my friends, is automation. You're not allowed to do this. But if this was a real bird, does it have to be a bird? No, it can be an animal. Account sharing is between people. Now, I'm willing to guess that in a pinch, they could easily, change a rule or interpret a rule to include your pet budgie. But I'm telling you that if it's okay, you should do it. You should have a pet bird you train to descan. That's my opinion. And if you get banned for it, take a picture of it descanning. Take a video. Done. Proven. The worst advice ever. What's up, Tupac? Do I get a hawk if I join Laserhawks? No. No, they don't give you a hawk. Sadly. Man, no funny actual answers. See ya, Glenn. Have a wonderful day. Eat some food, son. Is it botting if you program a robotic arm to jiggle your mouse slightly and click routinely but randomly within defined parameters to replicate human variability? Asking for a friend. Depends. Is that Eve related or work related? If it's Eve related, strictly banned. If it's work related, highly condoned and encouraged. C. Tom says, we can ban you anytime for any reason. Bit in the toss spoils all the legalese anyway. Yeah, I guess the idea is, the hypothetical is only fun if we, respect the letter of the law. They can obviously just, not really a democratic process, as he likes to point out, but that sucks the fun out of it. But you're right. You can't get away with anything. If they think you're cheating or don't want you to play, you're done. So it's like a casino, right? You can count cards. They just don't want you there. You're cooked. It's the same thing. But luckily, I don't think we have to worry about people training their birds to do D-scan. I just don't think it's going to happen. I understand it needs to be some sort of physical action, work related, of course. Yeah, and then I highly condone that. That's an amazing idea. I highly recommend you do that. You know, do some work, make yourself proud, but then also don't give yourself away, young man. This guy says, anyone play well on a MacBook? Yeah, dude, of course. This guy says, say no to the AWOXers. Dude, it's kind of a good thing I can't post on Reddit anymore because the shit I would be posting these days would be out fucking rageous. What if it's a prosthetic robotic hand? Yeah, someone was asking that. What if I take the hand off and have it keep pushing the button? The idea, Galgi, would be if it's a prosthetic robotic hand, you need to just use the computer normally. The accessibility side of most games would carve some type of exception or give you advice on how to use it if you reach out to them. I'm assuming they care, hopefully. But if you just take it off and use it as a botting tool, well, then it's fuck you. I don't even know if they carve accessibility concerns or anything. I don't even know. I have no idea. CCP's pretty hands off with a lot of stuff. Hands off, prosthetic arm. Was that a joke? He said prosthetic robotic hands, and I'm like, CCP's pretty hands off. Train your bird to read D-scan. I mean, I don't see any issue with training a pig to read D-scan and having it step on a pedal to D-scan. I don't see any issue with that. What happens if your keyboard randomly inputs the V key because of corrosion every once in a while? You would still be held responsible for the inputs. Yeah. Although it's pretty obvious to tell when it's broken. But if you have a broken piece of machinery that inputs multiple commands, it's not a defense, right? It's not a court of law, but they would not like cut you a break if you said like, oh, it was just broken, you know? So, you know, you don't have to be careful or anything. Eve honestly doesn't enforce a whole lot. I'm just going to keep it real with you. They don't. It's actually kind of a problem, but they do enforce some. You don't want to be caught up in that. Drones lands is healing. How about we make auto repeat in modules impossible? Have you ever tried to like activate a module after you've turned it off and had that awkward like moment where you're like mashing it and it won't turn on? Imagine that all the time. Is it botting to have a broken input device? Sorry about that. Have you seen the video where the girl trained her dog to push a button and then plays Marvel Rivals with it? No, but that's kind of what I'm getting at, right? Like, what's wrong with that? I mean, that's a clear-cut example of allowing your animal to help with it. You know, I feel like if CCP got wind of you having a farm of pigs running your Ishtar campaign, I feel like they'd probably move to shut it down. I just get that vibe. But maybe not. It's interesting that broken hardware can be the cause of breaking TOS. I mean, it's not the only thing that can inadvertently do it. I'm now dealing with scripting, right? With like, you know, doing a Windows switcher and other little tools and stuff on Linux. I have to be careful. I'm not accidentally coding something that causes an issue by accident, because I'd be held responsible for that, right? Same deal with the broken hardware. If you just use like your normal OS and just like, you know, use your normal programs and just go about your business, like you don't have to think about it. But if you're trying to be like cute with it, like you do have to watch it. You don't want to lose your shit over some nonsense. But truthfully, if your thing's broken and you're not getting any advantage from it, you're probably not going to get banned. My left mouse key was once broken and double clicked everything. It was really annoying. Yeah. I mean, like, you're not going to get banned for that, for example. Hive Tyrant Slippy says, I feel like if you manage to pull it off, you should be allowed to. Exactly. Your pigs would be dragged to the Uli market for Whackabot. Aw. Let the pigs free. You think the IP or hardware ID ban? I have no idea, Tupac. I have no idea. But I feel like Eve is like tighten it enough to where like if they really hated you, they could probably stalk you down with social means in the game. For example, like what if like I quit or I got banned and like, you know, I couldn't stream a character even if I got an anonymous one. And if I wasn't streaming, like they could just talk to like see who interacts like with friends or who I trade with. They could probably figure it out. But I don't know. I don't have an answer. I'm just rambling. Should do testing on alt, never on test on production? Well, great advice, but like I'm not testing inputs from any of my scripts. All I do is manage windows or manage text and stuff like that. I'm not actually doing anything that could even cross that line. But you always have to watch your code. If you just like type some random command, who knows what it's doing? I feel like crows would be better for that task anyway. IP ban's kind of useless when you get a new IP in minutes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I love this video too. This is the perfect video to watch. Perfect. So basically, you just get a bird to descan for you. And what happens is if, for whatever reason, and it's really important that the bird is read for this. If for whatever reason somebody enters system, it needs to tap D for dock on the station and send off an alarm. Sounding a little bit like this.
Warp drive active.
You're just going to hear that ring throughout the house, and that's it. That's why we need birds in charge. Anyway, thank you for sending that. Appreciate you. Way! I can't even do it. I'm not bird-like enough. I can't believe people still use Reddit. I know some of y'all still use it. I'm sorry. I'm talking shit. But this is like, at least I get it, the niche subs and stuff. Like, this is still a shocking amount of activity. Your hauler is named Hui. It's true. Reddit is for porn. What do you... Are you technically account sharing if we're watching and telling you when someone enters local? Nah. Still use Bebo. What's up, Babloni? This guy says, I'm going to live my new life in a wormhole. Nice. I hope he has a good time. What the fuck is this? Wait, what is this? This guy... What? This Reddit post on r/eve has 0 upvotes. It's been downvoted to the max, I guess. Or wait, can you see negatives? No, yeah, it caps it at 0. So the post is called "Why Drama Cannot Be Avoided, and Therefore the Term is Abused as a Stigma." Is dude philosophy posting in r/fucking-eve? I wonder if he actually has something interesting to say. Maybe I'm too harsh, but this is fascinating. Sir, are you lost? Oh, it's a shitty picture. Okay. I think the dude... Okay, so his post says, where there are people together, you will have periods with friction or even clashes, but it's in conflict you'll learn the greatest lessons. I think the dude was like high and like posted this by accident in the middle of the night. That's what I think now. This makes me think dude was cooked on that loud pack. Which, you know, fair, but like, come on, man. Don't bring it to Reddit. A message to init? What? Who the fuck cares? This guy says, help me understand. Oh, wait. Laura wanted me to play Eve Frontier. Should I play that? Is there a gameplay video of that you guys would recommend? I just want to look at it. Who cares how it is? I'm sure Laura has one. True. But I don't want to look for it. I'm lazy as hell. Gosh. All right, I'll look for it. Wait. Oh, here's a post. Hold on, I found a post. He says, in this thread, this is a weird way to write a title. He says, in this thread, people who don't live in wormholes tell me why I'm wrong. It's like a change my mind, change my view kind of thing, but like he says in this thread. It's really weird. It's like a challenge, but it's like a declaration too. Too many Eve games? All right, let's see. Let's see. People who don't live in wormholes tell me why you're wrong. All right, I'm going to tell you why you're right. Most wormhole evictions are done by individual multi-boxers. The blue donut is a boogeyman. Yeah, I mean, sure, dude, but like the consequential ones are done by the big groups. What kind of like statistic fallacious shit is this? Yo, it's Gerald. It's Gerald. He says completely untrue. I was brutally evicted by Hawks on my C55 Pulsar. When I attempted a Diplo, I was directed to someone by the name of Zalia in 1995 who doesn't even exist. 0 to 10 donut bad. Full BR here. What? He says when I attempted Diplo, I was directed to someone by the name of Zalia in 1995 who doesn't even exist. Dude, poor Gerald. I swear to God, I'm not happy. How are you gonna pick on my boy? So it's statistic fellatio? Fallaciousness. But I don't know. I don't know what they all do. I don't do buildings. Fuck them all. Buildings are for people with egos. This is the Eve Echoes. There's Laura's videos on it. Nice. Aw. Fish went and fetched it for me? Are you kidding me? Aw. You're a real lad. Let me leave through his video.
Frontier's playable now, and I didn't see any starting guides on it, so I'm gonna make.
But Laura, why do they make that change?
You the goodies. We're gonna show it to you in just a sec. I'm gonna show you how to navigate around.
Oh, wow. I did not at all expect it to be Eve Assets, Eve UI. At all. So it's the same engine and everything? Why did I think it was something completely new?
Using this, using our F2 in just a moment. So this is a salvageable area with a bunch of little salvaging things we can get. So we're gonna click this ancient corpse, press E. You can loop mid warp now in just a sec. Okay. Salvage materials if you can. They are rare. They will get you good stuff. Literally all the building blocks in Frontier are these. So let's turn this.
I for some reason I really genuinely believe that this game was like everything was original until right now. I thought that like all the UI was obviously original, all the assets must be original. I had no idea. Wow. If you react to his ant reactions, shut up.
Tier up refinery.
I can see things are different. I get it.
Why stuff on this side here? This is a smart unit. This the wrenches. It's this hardware. This is it. This is what I needed. Thank you, Zach. Change what you want. And yes, the game does get grindy because it's a survival game. Click this drop down pad. My notepad lets you save.
I can't believe it's the same exact UI. I'm not like mad, but I'm just like, what?
It's actually one of these. I think it's one of these. So let me
Oh, you want
click
to come
into
on
this.
stream? Come here.
We see 5 objects becomes a multiple object kind of thing. This one also has an L point, and I know that that's my home because I've gotten to know my solar system. In Yvonne.
Fascinating. So, I don't know why in my head I thought it was like kind of like more first person, zoomed in third person with like new graphics. Doesn't this like really work against the idea that this isn't meant to compete with Eve? What is the same UI? UI changes every 3 months. Mechanics definitely look different. Yeah, we're talking about Frontier. I don't know if I've ever seen gameplay until now. I didn't realize, like, I've seen like cinematics. I didn't realize that like we have the same exact Photon UI. We also like have some widgets up here that are the same code. The items are obviously the same display code.
Mid warp now. That's why you can't.
I'm assuming a lot of this stuff is.
Right click. In every system, and while we're mining up this carbon, the systems are huge. The game is something.
So what exactly are you doing in this game? You're just trying to get fuel, trying to survive, but puzzling. Oh, those dev assets are, I mean, you can play the game right now. I mean, people paid for it already. Survival only. Is it? It's online, right? The controls are going to be WASDA. Is it still on a 1 hertz server tech or no? WASDA with a 1 second server tick would be sick. Looks ass, to be honest. I don't understand why they made it so big. Eve Survival Edition. Interesting. Eve Battle Royale next. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've heard that the flying is much better. I can see that the systems are changed. I can see this. I can see him talking about locality, right? I know a little bit about like some of the ways that stuff's produced because people would tell me about it, but like this, like, carbonaceous ore. You like the LOS thing? Yeah, that's cool. But it seems like some of the best parts about this game could just like, you know, in a perfect world be implemented with a new engine to Eve. What's up, Kellia? Probably dabble, yeah. I like the idea of survival every once in a while. I do play Eve, I get it. I'm wondering, respectfully, how we can think that the game is not competing with Eve when it has the same UI. People say it's not competing because it's a different genre. Fair. 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 I guess I don't understand the online component of this. Check the newest official Twitch streams on YouTube to check out what they plan for nearest future. Yeah, I mean, I guess the truth is, and this is going to sound like I'm being an ass, but this is just kind of like how I feel. Like, I guess I don't really care about the development of this game. So I don't really feel motivated to like check up on stuff. But like, so there's some engine stuff in here, big engine stuff like that changes like how things are. We have better physics, line of sight, actual ray casting, presumably. It's harder for large groups to survive. CCP says the bigger your place, the bigger the NPC responses to it. That's nice. Assets could be non-final. Yeah, but they're definitely going to go with the same split UI photon like this. Rust in space. How is building structures nomadic though? Stationary survival? I don't know. One main problem with like the survival genre is kind of like, you know, what are you surviving for? Like what's the paradise actually? Eve kind of has that. Like if you get flush in Eve Online, like you kind of just have to, you can chill for a long time, not have to do anything. I wonder what the hook is in Echoes, or not Echoes, Frontier. I'm still stunned about the UI situation, but obviously there's enough differences to not like get hooked, you know, completely stunned over it. But I wonder. People are saying they're still iterating strongly on it, which is like, you know, I wonder what the vision is. Echoes. I got 5K hours in Rust, says Rob. God dang, son. How do we not have a Eve Battle Royale? You know? How does that even make any sense? Fuck Frontier, they should have just made a Battle Royale. Call it a day. Lads, lasses, it's been an absolute fucking pleasure. I'm gonna jet a little bit earlier today. But I figured I'd come on, say hi. You know? This is the 4th time I've streamed this week, so probably won't stream tomorrow, but I might pop on for a minute, who knows? We'll see. People, I love your pretty faces. Is anybody on we can raid? Is Laura raiding or streaming right now? Maybe I can get him back. Real quick. Real quick leg. That'd be kinda cool, man. He's not even streaming right now. Son of a bitch. Son of a sea cook. That's crazy bananas. Lerm is playing Outrider. I do love me some Lerm. Guys, thank you so much. I love all of you. Everybody over on YouTube. As soon as I can talk. D-Bars, Rob. Huxton. Everybody else. I'm too lazy to scroll. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.